then you can make your choice of what you would like to get. Do you want 3 of these? Do you want, you know, a mix? What would you prefer to have? Because it could be that you're thinking, right, that's what I want 3 like that. It could be that you're saying, well, no, actually, I want 2 of those, I want 1 of these. You can have 3 of the same type if you want to. It's totally up to you. But £12.99, of course, for you to be able to get these for 1, but it's on that 3 for 2 opportunity, which is absolutely fabulous, with the mix and match the first time ever.
For the first time, it is incredible, and it's so great to see you all there. I think the majority of you have gone for 3s. Mira, Margaret, Sue, thank you so much, Catherine, as well, for joining us. It's such a pleasure, and by the way, such a pleasure to be with you, Sherry.
I know, it's really lovely, isn't it?
Nice
way to spend an evening.
I know. It's not a bad Tuesday night.
No,
it is Tuesday, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is it Tuesday?
Let's hope.
That's really far into the week. Poor Mel thought it was Thursday.
I never work Thursday, so I'd be quite concerned if I'd been in work all day.
And I was suddenly
show already. I've done a show now, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't know what you're doing here, but you carry on.
Just crack on. Whilst you're here, you might as well just stay."
Exactly. You keep getting on them shows. We have got a bit of a wait on the phone lines for these. You will be answering in a moment. Rita, Gwen, you'll be answering that. Lorna, we've got Sadat, Cheryl, Linda, we've got Pamela, Beryl, Durari, Margaret, Antoinette, Shanta, loads of you almost there. This is a today deal where you can do a 3 for 2. You can still go for 3 of the same. So if you're thinking, well, actually, I want 3 of the same, you can do that. You can go for 3 of the oil. You can go 3 of the lotion. But if you want to go for a mix and match, you can absolutely do that. If you call the call centre 0800 330 8000, just say to them, right, Magnesium, I want 2 of the lotion, I want 1 of the oil, for example. It is your choice, but that is today. Loads of you asked Poppy for this mix and match, and therefore she has managed to get it for you. First time ever. It is a today deal, though. We can't guarantee it coming on again with this mix and match element, so take advantage of it. Right, our star buy is ready. We wasn't able to load it when we thought that we were going to be able to do it. So let's follow on from what we've done there. Keep on coming through for it, because star buy on our Magnesium is coming up right after this. This is very special if we're saying star buy, because how good were those last products? Mel's on the phone line to the call centre ordering already. She was like, what am I going for? She's going to get the mix of, she just said to Poppy, she said, do I go 2 lotions or 2 oils? Because what do I do? A choice to make, because she wants a bit of both. And anyway, she decided to having 2 lotions and 1 of the oils. So we'll be able to hear from her how she finds it after she's used it as well, which is always lovely. But we have now got the Magnesium that we are seeing here. Again, it's going to be on a 3 for 2s, where everybody knows that, so you can put 3 in, of course, to get it. But with this, again, would you have it alongside those? Yeah, so you can take it all.
Providing, you know, I'm going to say you've checked with your GP for underlying conditions and medications, so anything that you're on, always be sure and patch test anything you put on your skin. Even when I'm talking cosmetics that are natural, just be sure that it works with you and doesn't react. But ultimately, people tend to. I had a message from somebody on social media, that said, I've made this amazing sleep hamper. Now, I'm so pleased you did that. I had referenced that on a previous show. Can you imagine putting that together for someone you love and getting the bath flakes as well? Yeah. You'd spend a fortune elsewhere.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, exactly.
Spend a fortune. Now, speaking specifically about the magnesium supplement that we have for you here, it's just incredible. Magnesium, and I'm going to tell you this straight away, is one of the most common deficiencies in the Western world. The likelihood of someone having a deficiency, unfortunately, is pretty high, and that's based on statistics and surveys, research. That's how we know that. Now, the reason being, you're probably going, well, why? Don't just throw that out there. Why? The reason being, modern farming methods. Okay, so the way our food is produced today is very different to the way our food was produced. And I used to stand here and go, 100 years ago, it's really not. It's maybe even 50 years ago, even 20 years ago. It's changing rapidly, at a really rapid rate. It is also affecting our weight, actually. But so on that note, incidentally, the nutrients in our soil. Let's put it this way: if you're not buying organic. Your food is grown, your salad food, that is grown hydroponically, okay, from any supermarket, that is. Now, it is a simulation, so of course you will still have some minerals in there, but it's not the same as what it used to be because of mass production. And we have foods that you only get seasonally, all year round. There's all these things going on.
And it's incredibly difficult for the majority of people in the world to have an option to go and shop organically
100%.
because it is too expensive.
It's expensive.
And, you know, I think most of us would love to say, oh, I'm buying everything organic.
Yes.
Have I got the budget to do it? No. So is that an option? No. And I think a lot of people are in that position, and that's where actually, if something can therefore aid you, because you haven't got that option, then that to me is fantastic.
I'm so with you. I'm not going to stand here and say I buy organic everything. You know, it can be down to well, honestly, it's
no. You need a juice rack, exactly.
I know.
As Mel said.
It could be down to affordability. It could be down to availability.
Yeah, exactly.
It's you know, it's something that not everyone's going to be doing likely all the time. If you are,
it's great if you can.
Fantastic,
definitely.
Amazing. But are you still eating enough of the right magnesium-rich foods, your leafy greens and so on?
Isn't it?
Meats do have a level of magnesium in because the cows, as one example, we eat the grass and then we eat the cow.
Right,
if you do eat beef, that is. But when I said that magnesium is involved in a lot, by the way, it's an essential mineral. Essential means we cannot live without it. Right. And we do not make it, so it's not as though I can say, well, we produce it, so you might produce enough, so you might be fine. No, you absolutely have to consume it from food and then potentially support with supplementation. Yeah. So here is what magnesium is associated with. Now, the writing on this is going to be a little bit small. Fear not, okay? But just take a look at the pictures and where the arrows are pointing. Yeah. So the brain, if you're deficient in magnesium, you're not consuming enough through food, you could be susceptible to tiredness, exhaustion, headaches, migraines, sleep disorders. Again, you know, fantastic to go with your lotions and oil that we've just had.
Exactly.
Very, very good. Muscle cramps, tension in the muscles, very, very, very common. Stomach cramps might be common. Cold hands and feet, pins and needles.
I did not know that was associated with it. That's interesting, isn't it?
I have to be careful what I say, but in terms of, I can talk about dietary elements. So, you know, when I was practicing one-to-one, you know, and I've trained with other nutrition experts, and they've talked to me about occasions where they've given a diet plan to their client, their patient, which is higher in magnesium, and in many cases it's completely alleviated from the food, alleviated the pins and needles. I mean, and muscle spasms at night time. It is so important, so important. You can see that it's involved in hundreds of reactions in the body.
I mean, those arrows are pointing throughout the body. Do you know what I mean? When you look at that kind of skeletal system,
head, shoulders, knees, toes.
It's so pretty much, isn't it? Yeah, that's just amazing how much it actually can affect.
Well, this is it. Magnesium is something that in fact, I'm going to read the claims for you word for word. So magnesium is recognised by that of the European Food Standard Agency, the powers that be. And of a certain amount in food each day, it is known to contribute to normal energy yielding metabolism. Energy metabolism. The reduction of tiredness and fatigue. That's in the day, by the way. It's not to keep you alert at night. It's actually known to help with sleep. Normal functioning of the nervous system, muscle function, normal bones, normal teeth, Sheridan. I mean, you know, all of these things that, you know, we want to support. Magnesium, it is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. And we're just, as a nation and beyond, not necessarily getting enough of it, not getting enough of it.
And this is a way that it can help you to be able to get that, of course. Now, you know, straight away when I saw the back of this packet, I just loved what's so good about it. You know, highly absorbable, essential for healthy bones, like you said, teeth and our nervous system. It helps in reduction of tiredness and fatigue, normal energy yielding metabolism, and normal muscle function, including the heart as well. So, you know, you can see that there, and that summarises so many, of course, different things that, of course, we can see, of course, that this can benefit as well. Now, again, it's on that 3 for 2, and I feel very much like magnesium is something that was spoken about a little bit, and then over the past couple of years, it's been speaking about more and more and more, and it feels now like it's sitting up there with the likes of your vitamin C, the likes of your vitamin D as well, you know. Oh my word, we actually have less than 200 chances now on this.
It's very, very busy.
Very limited,
it's very busy.
Okay, so we are coming down to that price. 3 for 2 opportunity for you to be able to get. You might sit there and go, 200, that's a lot. It really isn't for the amount of people that buy in these auctions. I would imagine that this will sell out on today's show with that amount. And then, as we have seen, we often have months where we're waiting for things to come back in, to ship, to have things that are available again for you to be able to get it. So a fabulous chance. Put 3s or 6s, as most people are doing, into your baskets to get that deal. I think we're approaching about 150 left now.
We are very limited, and I'm sorry to say that. You know, it is one of the best sellers. It is involved in so much. And something else to inform you of, it has superior absorption.
Brilliant.
And that is because of the magnesium bisglycinate. Okay, it is known to be highly absorbable. I love that word.
Yeah,
I don't know, you know, it's just some words. Just
comes off the tongue.
Absorbable. Gentle on the stomach. If you've tried other magnesiums that didn't really suit you, it might have been because of the variety.
Okay.
So there's different varieties of magnesium. Now you can choose to take 1 or 2 per day, ideally together.
Yeah.
It depends on the concentrations. You know, hopefully, I mean, in fact, I insist that you have magnesium in your food as well. Food first and foremost, but you've got the mega supplement to go alongside it.
Absolutely, and look at the price, because we are talking £5.99 for you to be able to get this, okay? On a 3 for 2 as well, so that takes it down to £3.99 a pack when you look at that. Where else would you be able to go and get something? This is 60 tablets as well. I failed to even mention that, 60 tablets. Your options are to take 1 or 2 a day, isn't it? It's completely up to you in terms of what you want. And would you sort of say, you sort of take 1, see if you're not noticing a big enough difference, take 2?
That's it, yeah. It depends what you're looking to target. It depends how much magnesium you're getting in your diet already.
Yeah.
You know, it's a bit of trial and error, but again, I would always suggest speaking with the GP. They could likely help you make a decision. You know, they know your health history. They know your health history. Some people will take them in the morning first thing with their other supplements. Some people choose to take them at night. And by the way, so, keep going through. I know there's loads of you there. Wow, I know it's so busy. But zinc, I wish I could bring you zinc with this.
Right.
It's an essential mineral. Again, it's synergistic, so it works beautifully together. But it's sold out, and it looks like we're about to see the same thing happen with magnesium as well.
Wow, well then you won't be able to bring them together, because you won't be able to bring either of them.
No, no.
So that is where we are, and this is what happens. So take advantage whilst you can. You go and have a look elsewhere and see, of course, the kind of prices you'd be paying for magnesium to get 60, of course, that you have got just here. And we today are saying, right, that's $3.99 if you go for the 3 for 2 opportunity. Pop 3 into your baskets immediately. It will give you that discount. Most people are going for 6. And I'm sure that's because you're thinking, let's stock up if we haven't got many left at all. Have a look at the date on the bottom of this. It's my studio sample that we've got here. 3rd of 28, so if it could potentially be months until you get to see this again, and you feel the difference in magnesium, you want to make sure that you've got it in stock at home, then that has over, you know, almost 3 years on that, so it's well worth taking advantage of that while you can. I'm going to leave them with you because we've got a lot more that we want to squeeze into the hour, and we've got 8 minutes left, so we've got 2 more products that we cannot let you miss out on. We'll come first to the lavender bath flakes, then we'll come to the magnesium. But what we need to let you know is we are going to match that mix and match deal, okay, that we did on the oil, that we did on the lotion. So this is the first time ever Poppy has sorted it out for you so that you can go, right, I'm having 2 of these, I'm having 1 of these, or vice versa. And that is, again, a today deal. It's here, and it's something that has never happened before, which is absolutely super. Tell us about them, because bath flakes, I'm like, wow, okay, what?
Bath flakes are more sizable than bath salts, and it's about absorption. It's about absorption. They are the luxury version, essentially. Okay, so the benefits and the differences are bath flakes, particularly from this variety and location, which, by the way, if you missed the previous auctions, please have a look at
they're all on the web.
This is it. They're all on the web. The oil and the lotion. They are all. So it's all from the same source.
Okay, super.
All from that 250 million-year-old unique source from the Zechstein Sea in Veendam, the Netherlands. Possibly the world's purest and most natural magnesium for topical applications. Can I just say, in fact, one almost sort of went back on me then. Can I just look at the size of this?
It's heavy as well,
the
isn't
sheer
it?
size. I mean, they are. They are, sorry, yeah, they are
There's a kilogram. There's a kilogram in it.
There's a kilogram. You would not believe the price because you get so much, and it shows you how to use them. 1 cup of flakes in warm water to pop in the bath. So bath flakes are magnesium chloride. Bath salt, so Epsom salt, which no doubt you've purchased before, I know I have, is magnesium sulfate. Magnesium chloride absorbs better through the skin than other magnesium varieties. So why buy flakes? They're bigger, in my opinion, they're better, they are more beautiful, and they're even better, they are more absorbable. You have that variety that is incredible. So, you know, maybe you're buying this for stress relief. Maybe you've got magnesium deficiency. Oh, I know people, I'm not saying this will fix it, but it might support in that area.
Absolutely.
I know people that you know, might have not even considered helping with their magnesium absorption through this format. You know, this could be new to you. If, like me, I am a bath baby. I know, oh, we were talking about this before actually, obsessed. My husband, he's like, I don't get it. I do not get it.
He just wants a shower.
No, always a shower. He's like, and I'm like, well, I'll have a shower in the morning, but you know, don't do that every day because obviously water consumption and so on. But if you love to relax in the tub, and even if you just get a short amount of time, if you're a parent, if you know you're busy with work, this is a way of enhancing that experience.
And to be able to kind of get that relaxation, to get that sort of aiding as well, you know, like you said, with that stress relief or anything like that, it's got that lavender as well. So I imagine as well, if you went in it later at night, that would kind of give you that lovely soothing nature before you go to bed as well. Let's get the price in because time's about to go.
My word.
Okay? Yeah. A kilogram. It is weighty. You are getting this today, £9.99. But remember, it's on a 3 for 2. Put 3 into your basket.
Good.
Yeah. And don't forget, you've got the options. You've got the options there. You don't have to have 3 of the same. You can have 3 of these. You can have 1, you know, 2 of those, 1 of the other if you want to. Go for 3 of this if you want to. Is there a big difference? Because obviously this one says night, this one says relief. Is it about the lavender in this that makes this more kind of that calming, that kind of aiding of sleep with the lavender? And this one with the relief, we're thinking more muscles again, a bit similarly to what we saw in the lotions and the oils?
That is it. Yeah, you've got the addition of the lavender in one, and the lavender, as we know, has that natural sedative effect. If you are somebody that struggles with sleep, if you're... that's a good point, actually, that Mel's just made.
The weight.
Yes. Yeah. Where else are you going and asking for? I'll have 2 kilograms sent to me, all on the same P&P.
1 kilogram each.
Well, this is 3.
That's be 3 kilograms.
Sorry, you're right. So no,
it was 6 kilograms.
Even I forgot that was on there. I asked for it.
I think the price is too good.
I've just questioned myself. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Even I've just questioned myself on that.
Yeah.
Yes, 3 kilograms with 1 P&P.
Yeah.
Now, if you are looking for something that is less likely to dry out your skin, and look, I like salts, bath salts. I will be honest that sometimes when I've used them, I haven't loved. I love the way I feel, but sometimes I do find they can be a little bit drying on my skin. The flakes are incredible. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We'll just keep chatting because of what one's the lavender. Yeah, it's the same.
Let's come over to the other because we want people to have the option of how you want to go for these. Because for the first time ever, for today's show, you have got that 3 for 2 opportunity where you can mix and match. Do you want the lavender or do you not want the lavender? Is there any other big differences in these?
In terms of ingredients, when you look at the back, aqua, magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate. No, and by the way, you've got the lavender. No, they are the same apart from the lavender. It's the same part from the lavender.
So it's really about whether you like that scent, whether you want that kind of calming influence, or whether you want something that maybe you'd be using earlier in the day, for example.
This is it. If you have, you might have a bath after you've done your exercise in the day, and you're thinking, I don't want to snooze. No, I need to go back I need to go and collect the kids afterwards, or I've got to go back to work afterwards, or whatever it may be. Then this is a great way just to have the option.
Definitely.
So again, magnesium flakes are associated with the likes of restful sleep, muscle recovery. In fact, think about who you could buy this for. Have you been thinking about a birthday gift or just because gift for somebody that perhaps has sleep disturbances? Or do you know somebody that exercises a lot and suffers with muscular aches and pains? You're thinking, I have racked my brains. I don't know what to get them. Bath flakes, bath, well, it doesn't have to be bath lotion, but the magnesium lotion, the oil. It is utterly amazing. It truly, truly, truly is. And for the first time, you've got that mix or match. If Steve Bennett, our founder, saw what we were doing tonight, well, I don't. Well, it's a good thing I'm not here for a few weeks because. No, it's fine, Tobes. Thanks for that. I really appreciate you've been very helpful, though. That's fine. No need to ring him. It's all right. Lovely offer. Please, no. What are friends for, eh? I know I've got to go, but can I just show you 2 price examples?
Yes,
is that okay? Just so you've got an idea. Right, bath salts. £35, 1 kilogram. If you move into the flakes territory, £49.65.
And we're at £9.99 today on these, which is brilliant. What I would say is jump back onto the website because we have brought you so many different products on today's show, so you can keep on adding to your orders on everything. Everything's on a 3 for 2, but obviously these couple of deals are on those mix and matches as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Going to take the weight of those?
Yeah, I'm going to take them. I really appreciate you having me on screen, and I know you've got the incredible Toves coming up for you next. I'm off home to have a bath. So on that note,
lovely.
Hello.
There's Toby.
Hi.
You can have one of these if you want. You can have one. Which one would you like? Oh, you've got my fave. Okay.
Go for the lavender.
Yeah.
I'd go for the lavender, Toby. Then you've got the real relaxation.
I'm not the best sleeper, so I will go lavender.
Oh, you need these.
I smell glorious in the morning, which is always a nice
Always a bonus.
winning. Happens rarely.
Perfect. We will be back in a moment with Toby. He is here. We have got the most amazing showcases to come up for you. Don't forget as well, we've got it on pre-order already, that Himalayan Beryl, where you have got the chance to get the full suite that's coming up in about an hour's time. But if you want to pre-order on it, I mean, look at that ring at a distance up close. It is amazing. The clarity, the brilliance of these pieces is out of this world, and they are coming up in a moment. But before that, an hour's time, we have got so much that is coming up for you with Toby. Have you spotted my rings? Because we've got this amazing opportunity to stack them, to wear them separately. We've also got some stunning earrings that are coming up straight after the break. Cannot wait to introduce them to you with Toby. We'll see you in a moment with them.
You may be wondering how the auctions work at Gemporia. Well, here's a quick overview of how to play. During our reverse auctions, we'll keep dropping the price on screen, and as viewers call in or bid online, that limited quantity available decreases too. No matter when you enter the auction, everyone pays the final low price, and you'll only pay 1 delivery charge on all items you buy in the same day. We always offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is absolutely no risk when buying for the first time or any time. So call or bid online today and expand your jewellery collection with genuine precious gemstones.
Have you ever just missed out on the auction for a piece that you really loved? Well, it's not too late. Just ask our helpful call centre team to add the item to your wish list. Then, if it comes back into stock, we'll call you and give you a chance to purchase it at the same closing price of the auction. It couldn't be easier, so start adding to your wish list the next time you just miss out.
As someone who's been able to work with some of the most beautiful, bespoke designer jewellery out there, it is the intricacy of the Balinese jewellery that has made the difference. Over centuries, through Indonesian culture, these techniques have been utilised and still to this day are still brought to us to bring us the finest jewellery that can be crafted, untouched, unmodernised, like every other jewellery technique in the world. This is what makes Pandai Court so unique and so different to every other collection out there.
You may be wondering how the auctions work at Gemporia. Well, here's a quick overview of how to play. During our reverse auctions, we'll keep dropping the price on screen, and as viewers call in or bid online, that limited quantity available decreases too. No matter when you enter the auction, everyone pays the final low price, and you'll only pay one delivery charge on all items you buy in the same day. We always offer a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there is absolutely no risk when buying for the first time or any time. So call or bid online today and expand your jewellery collection with genuine precious gemstones.
As someone who's been able to work with some of the most beautiful, bespoke designer jewellery out there, it is the intricacy of the Balinese jewellery that has made the difference. Over centuries, through Indonesian culture, these techniques have been utilised and still to this day are still brought to us to bring us the finest jewellery that can be crafted, untouched, unmodernised, like every other jewellery technique in the world. This is what makes Pandai Court so unique and so different to every other collection out there. So what sets us apart from other Balinesian jewelers? Well, it's the techniques. It's being able to be on the ground. It's being able to source the gemstones in the right way, in qualities and colours and sizes that other jewelers may struggle to do. One of the most incredible things, and one of the reasons why Gemporia's Pandai Court collection has been so popular, is because we can bring you all of the complexities of some of the most detailed techniques in the world, but yet we can still bring you unmatched and unparalleled quality with affordability to go alongside it.
Hello, well, this is so exciting about what we are about to bring with Toby. I was actually speaking about this when I was looking through the collections of what we'd actually got today. And I think what we are about to bring to you is one of my favourite collections I have ever seen. We don't often get to see silver work that is as detailed, as beautiful as what we are about to bring to you and to be able to share as well. And my partner, I mean, he actually works alongside Toby and he helps with the design, the buying. And I was speaking to him actually about this yesterday, and he was like, you can call him that. But he was like, it is one of my favourite collections that I've ever had the kind of choice and the decisions to be able to do with Toby and see what he wants to do with it. And I thought, when you're always buying things and then you think something like this is the standout collection, that's, you know, very exciting for everybody at home as well. So Toby is here. Thank you for joining me.
It's my pleasure.
It's
Thank you for
always
joining
lovely
me
to
this
see you.
evening.
Well, yeah, it's great. And this, I'm just blown away by everything that we've got.
Well, you know what, Sherilyn, and talking about that, you know, Sherilyn's other half, Graham, G-Man as I like to call him, he is massively influential in this. You know, I get to take all the glory by standing in front of you guys here today, and of course, it takes a huge amount of expertise and it takes a huge amount of knowledge, and you guys, you know, I've spoken to you guys guys before, where I'm very lucky here at Gemporia is I'm pretty much the only guy here in terms of a guest that you see here who has actually sat and worked in manufacturing, who sat and worked in a facility over not a 1 year or half a year period, over a 6 year period. And so where I'm very lucky with Graham is Graham, again, creatively and most importantly from being able to be in direct communication all the time, has helped me and helped Gemporia really bring this collection to a whole new level. But where this collection is different, and Graham works with a few of our various different guests that you see here, and he works a lot with our manufacturing team here. But why Graham loves this collection so much, and I think why Cheryllene's a little biased here, is with every other collection we pretty much work for you here at Gemporia, most of it isn't handmade, right? Most of it we utilize the modern processes, which is fine. We have to fit in with 2025 and modern day practices. We physically couldn't have everything handmade because you'd see one of a design each hour. Do you know what I mean? We can't produce as much of it. But the beautiful thing about this isn't just the way and the time it takes and the cultures in which have developed this over thousands of years, and which I will go into in a second. But most importantly, every individual piece is crafted by hand. Every element of every individual piece is crafted by hand. And just to give you an understanding of this, okay, let me show you this slide right here. Because unlike, in fact, Luke, come back to me quickly, okay? Let's talk about a normal piece of jewelry first, okay? If I want to create a kind of said ring, whatever it may be, right? If I want to create said ring, I initially will create a design. I will then replicate that design into what we call a wax mold. Now that wax mold will then be put onto a wax tree, and a wax tree basically has lots of different rings of the same design working its way all the way around it, okay? And we make this tree like this, and it may hold 30 or 40 individual rings. Now what we do is we put that wax tree into a big pot, as it were, into a tube like this. We pop it in there, and then we put a lid on it, and then we heat it up, and then as we're heating it, we pour solid gold into it or solid silver in it. Therefore, we get the displacement of the wax, because the wax is surrounded by a powder as such. And so what happens is that powder under the heat stays exactly the same. It holds its form, but the wax displaces with the gold or the silver, and that's how we end up with these beautiful silver trees or these gold trees. And at that point, we will then cut off all of our little rings. We'll then start the individual polishing and finishing process, and then we can then start to set our jewelry. Then we can start to polish again, and then we go through quality control and so on and so forth. Then that process is very, very efficient. It is also a very good standard to be able to make your jewelry, but it's a totally different discussion now when you're hand making jewelry. Because as opposed to taking that simple process, this is now the process that we've got to follow on this slide right here, Luke, if that'd be okay, right? Yeah. Now, if I show that slide, guys will be able to learn along with me. So first of all, we're going to learn about the silver. Well, you guys might or might not know this. Well, the 925 in 925 silver is made up of 92.5% silver, and then we add copper as the remaining 7.5%, right, to create more durable. Back in the old days, we used to add nickel in there as well before people really got wary to nickel analogies, and that's also key as well. If any of you guys have nickel, if you're allergic to nickel at all, that's something you don't need to worry about with this collection, which is fabulous. Or any of the jewelry actually we bring to you here at Gemporia. It's a very good point to make. Now, following on from that, you can see the details. It says it depends on what item of jewelry is being made and the technique applied to what happens next. But with a sterling silver ring, the alloy will be slowly poured into a preformed mold. Once it's shaped, manually shaped, it's then flattened using a flat-end hammer. So what we do, right, is we're pouring silver into a mold to be able to give us a nice silver strip, as it were, and then we start working with it, right? Then we start hand hammering it, then we start working and shaping it. And you can see on the next point here, it says, look, the long flat piece of metal is then designed using a sharpened tool and hammer and heated with a foot-operated blowtorch to set. Now let me tell you, so when I first started in jewelry manufacturing, I went to a lot of manufacturing in Bangkok. Okay. And one thing you have to understand is that a lot of torches these days, when you're looking at soldering silver, they're automated. So a little bit like the barbecues we have at home. You turn the gas on, you light it, bob's your Uncle Fanny's your eye. Okay. In Thailand, what they do is that it's all done by a foot. Okay. Oh, so you have a gas canister, and you pump your foot to push the gas out. So not only now are you having to pump your foot and solder and shape the metal, right? You're having to manage all of that. The reason they do that, let me tell you that, is so it's actually for efficiency of gas. When you've got a big gas tap open, you're burning loads of gas. But with this, you're able to control it more, but it's hard, okay? I struggle to pump a balloon up and have the coordination to do that. Alone being able to do it with jewellery. And the guys one day in the manufacturing facility dragged me in and said, come on then, Toby, come and try this. And I was like, yeah, of course I can do this. I mean, it's like playing the drums, isn't it? Whatever it may be. Nightmare, right? It kept going, the torch kept going out. There wasn't enough gas coming out. Sometimes there was too much gas coming out. And remember, this is all about heat management, right? Silver is all about heat management. You can overheat silver, you can underheat silver, right? So you have to get that perfect. But what's interesting to understand is that following that point, every element is done by hand. All of the cutting of the silver work is done by hand. All of the individual soldering of every detail you can see behind me here, all of this what we call jawan here, all this detailing you can see is all individually made out of individual pieces of metal. You can see the process, Sherilyn, here. Hand hammering, hand shaping it, utilising tweezers and utilising hand tools that again link up all of the individual necklaces. The filigree work, all done by hand. There is no heavy machinery apart from that stage right there. And the reason why I use, sometimes most importantly, use a machine for the polish is because what I like to do with the silver work is we oxidize it and then we polish over the top of it. The reason why I do that, Sherilyn, is it gives us extra depth in the jewellery, because most of the silver, what you can't see within the crevices, for example, of this ring right here, you see how dark they are? Right, you see the gaps here? That's because the oxidization in the middle is keeping the inside of the silver darkened. Now, if I didn't do that, you get this flat kind of, very kind of flat silver that would look like this. It was like a white silver. Now, of course, that's one of the techniques that we utilize to bring your jewelry to life, right? That's one of the techniques. It's almost like shading in a picture. It brings it to life. It brings it and gives it that 3D kind of look. Now, of course, ladies and gents, there are only two collections here that I bring to you guys, handmade jewellery. It's in my Cavell & Co. or Lorite collection that we bring to you guys, or it's here in Pandai Court. Two are the most high-end collections we offer you here. And what I wanted to achieve with Pandai Court, since I kind of took it over and since I've really reinvented it for you guys, is to bring you the most high silver looks I can, the most high silver finishes I can. But most importantly, I think for you guys at home, it's important to understand that this is a dying art. This is a dying art. So at the moment, one of the biggest problems they're having in Bangkok, they're having in Thailand, throughout the territories, is there are not a lot of people going into gemstone cutting anymore. They are all going into, you know, technology companies. They're all going into social media. They're all going into video editing and following the narrative of what social media really cryptocurrency. They're going into Amazon store, whatever it may be. And back in the day, and where Thailand, what I love about Thailand is it's traditional. They still do things as they did, and it's not like here in the UK where my big sister went to university, so I'm going to go to university, and my mum went to university, so I'm going to university. That's not how it works. Okay, if I am, Father Toby, as it were, and I've got two sons below me, as soon as they reach the age of 12, okay, they're starting to learn about silversmithing, or they're starting to learn about cutting, or they're starting to learn about polishing. And every family is renowned. Some polish really durable gems like sapphires and diamonds and some of those beautiful spinels that you can find, or quartz. Some guys specialize in really unique stones, like cutting mealy-sized savarite garnets, like cutting some monster-size, really unique morganites or whatever it may be. And so within the country you have so many different specialities, but as these specialities dwindle now, expense for being able to craft jewelry, cut gemstones, set gemstones, and specifically make handmade jewelry is becoming more expensive. And it doesn't help either, Sherilyn, that, and I told you guys last year, silver increased last year by, please excuse me if I'm out by 1%, I think about 28% silver went up by last year. Okay. This year, in the last 3 months, it's gone up by a further 12.72%. I've just taken this today, ladies and gents. Okay, can I show this here? Yeah, I took this today. This is right now. Now, Sherilyn, you can see here, just in the last month and a half, look at the rise on that.
Skyrocketed, hasn't it?
Yeah, 15.3% in the last 3 months. That's today. That's taken as today. And so the hardest thing, Sherilyn, if I'm a normal jeweler and I am bringing you, handmade jewelry, because of the markups that jewelers have on their jewelry, that's no problem for me. Because I'll just charge you guys at home as a jeweler 30% more, and that's negligible for me. here at Gemporia, when my mission isn't just to source you gemstones, isn't just to bring you beautiful jewellery, but it's to bring you affordable, quality jewellery, that becomes very hard because I don't work to 15% margin, I don't work to 10% margin. And so by adding 15% to silver price, ladies and gentlemen, means that I'm not going to charge you more because I want to charge you more. I'm having to charge you more because I have to. Now, in the current day, I'm not standing here today saying you're all going to have to pay more because the silver price has gone up in 3 months. That's not how it works here at Gemporia. We have a few staple things here at Gemporia that we always have to keep in line with. Diamonds, gold, silver are probably the crucial ones. Some of our mealy stones that we bring to you guys, our topaz and our zircons, we always try and keep on top of. Why? Because consistency is key in our business. And if we have to follow the line of that every other jeweler is following, then we're going to follow their pricing structure as well. And if I'm buying gold at the same price that H. Samuel's buying their gold price, well, we're not going to be as competitive as them, are we? And so what we do, guys and girls, is we buy gold by the kilo, right? Not just by a kilo, by 20 kilos, by 50 kilos. And that means that when you have a look at a graph like that, right, if I'm buying over that 3-month period, if I'm buying once a month, okay, my pricing is going to change dramatically. However, at Gemporia, if we buy, and the last time we bought silver was February 2023.
Right, okay.
Between February 2023 and today, where are we today? We're in July somewhere, aren't we? In July. Okay, our price point hasn't fluctuated. It hasn't moved. The silver price point has, but our price hasn't because we bought enough to support ourselves over a huge amount of time. And that's one of the real secrets to what I'm going to bring you here today with this Pandai Court. The difference is, Sherilyn, now is that as jewelers now start to have to succumb to this silver price, and as jewelers have to succumb to, you know, being able to make their margins, and it's not just, let's be clear, it's not just silver, like I said, it's the price of creating that silver, it's the price of handcrafting that in this case, or setting that individual piece. We haven't discussed gemstones yet. Gemstones are also a big factor in that, you know. And so what I've done today is it's important that you understand that what Sherilyn and I are going to bring to you here today is we're going to bring you Pandai Court like we've never brought it you before. Today's show is all about everybody watching. Sometimes when I bring a Pandai Court show, Sherilyn, I bought one recently. I had 30 of a design. And I never recreate anything in Pandai Court.
Right, great.
It's never made again. I'm sure you know this because I'm sure Graham talks about this in his sleep most evenings because we're constantly discussing this. But because we never recreate these, Sherilyn, the one of 30 that I sold 2 days ago, that's it. That will never be done again. Today, I'm bringing you a bit more quantity because I want people to experience this. The amount of people that have messaged me, and I'm sorry I'm not always able to get back to you, and I'm sorry I can't always fulfill your needs, but a lot of people come to me saying, I missed out on this, or the price point for me just isn't quite fitting. I love handmade jewellery, but I just can't quite get that, and I get it, I really do get that. Well, tonight is for you guys. Tonight is for you, because we're not just bringing you handmade jewellery, we are bringing you jewellery that has been made like this for thousands of years. Bali is one of the few countries on the planet that has not conformed to modern techniques. Yes, you can buy jewellery in Bali that has been manufactured by machines, but this is now one of the few places in the world that offer the ability that we're going to offer you here today. And I think what's important to understand isn't just the fact that Sherilyn and I are going to be offering you something incredible here today. We're offering you sets of jewellery here today.
Exactly.
And you know, and for all of you that are tuning in, you're not just going to get one ring here today. You're not just going to get one pair of earrings here today. Here are the earrings, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to be showing you, and this is going to be one of the few first auctions we have for you. It's a set, Sherilyn, of 3 pairs of earrings, all perfectly handmade.
That's the thing, and I think you just look at them, you look at the detail, and that is where it feels like we cannot compare this to anything else, because you can see that handmade nature as soon as you see them. You know, it's the rope turnings, it's those gorgeous little kind of heart elements that are there, everything that has been done so perfectly.
It's fully
because of those techniques. Yeah,
exactly,
it is.
Sherilyn. And what I love, Sherilyn, is that actually every pair of earrings will be different. Right? Because every ring will be different that we show you here today. Because because despite them following the narrative of the design,
Yeah.
when you're hand making something, just like when you're hand drawing something, Sherilyn, I could draw the same stick man, it'd be totally different. That's
It's
a stick
so
man,
true,
right?
yeah.
Alone when you're making jewelry. And so while, you know, the summer is upon us, and, you know, and you guys are absolutely adoring our Pandai Court collection, Sherilyn and I are going to be bringing you 2 suites here today. 2 sets here today, excuse me.
There's the rings as well for people to be able to see. And now you have got, as you said, a bigger kind of quantity than we often see in these collections, in these.
I have.
We still haven't put them onto pre-order because myself and Mel were concerned that by the time you got here, they'd have still sold out.
Okay. Well,
Because we knew how popular they would be.
they are going to be very popular. And one thing we have to understand actually is when it comes to quantity here today, I've got a nicer quantity in the rings than I do the earrings. I've only got 40 pairs of the earrings for you guys, or 40 sets of the earrings. However, with the rings, I have got a quantity over 100 for you here today. If you love handmade jewellery, if you love handmade silversmithing, if you want the ultimate in affordability, and you have tuned in at the perfect time. Luke, let's get a 30-second clock on screen. And let's, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to open up our pre-orders. Of course, if you have any questions about Pandai Court, if you'd like to know about the techniques, if you'd like to know about my background, if you'd like to know about how these are crafted, if you'd like to know about how we drive the price down to where we're going to be, or why I've chosen these individuals, whatever you need to know today, please feel free to ask.
I think for me as well with the earrings, I know that we are more limited on that, that's why I'm going to sort of mention this first, but the weight of them is perfect.
Right.
Because for me, when you're wearing earrings, it's so important that they not only look great, but they're comfortable.
Definitely.
And these are, even the bigger design, it's not too heavy, it's not pulling it down, so it's going to look fantastic, but very comfortable as well. Let's get the graphics in.
Of
You've
course.
said you've only got 40 sets of these for people to be able to get. They are all, I don't know how you choose a favourite between the 3 of them, because all 3 of them are so different, but so intricate with their detailing and design.
Well, the nice thing, Sherilyn, about this is you don't need to choose.
No, because you're going to get them all, which
You're
is fabulous.
going to get these all. So just to be very clear, we'll guide you through these. This auction here today gives you 3 pairs of earrings, gives you 3 unique different styles. And let's show everyone, Luke, those different styles. We can start here with the middle. Let's start with the middle. You've got those beautiful, flamboyant,
Exquisite, aren't they?
Bali-inspired, culturalized earrings. You have got the famous Balinesian work here. This is the representative kind of patterns that you expect to see and have seen for thousands of years in these earrings. Now, as you can see, guys and girls, that you get 11.5 grams over the 3 sets of earrings. Now, the other 2 earrings are a little bit more simple, right? The other earrings, we have got your classic twisted hoop earrings that we're going to be bringing to you guys as well. Hoops, again, very, very popular. And you can see that we've also got the inline here of silver work that I provided you, again, to give you that unique finish, to give you that unique touch. And, you know, there's not a lot of jewelers that are going to give you that, it's almost that like J-hoop style,
it's very different,
but getting thicker as it gets to the back. Again, they are unique, they are crafted to absolute perfection. And finally, like I said a minute ago, we've just got the simple twisted hoop. So it's a little bit like that, but just an even simpler option of these. We are just lining these up for you right now, as you can see in our shot. Again, just simple, effective, beautiful.
Yeah, lovely sort of rope twist that you can see just there as well. So fabulous opportunity, of course, for you to be able to get them.
Now, people, I mean, I just want to ask the question, okay, about people that are making these. One thing you have to understand here, okay, is that wherever we are in the world, okay, whether we are crafting in India, whether we are crafting in China, whether we are crafting in Bali, every member of our team, okay, is completely and utterly taken care of. So if we go to India now, let me start with India. Okay, India, right, I've just put in fact, they've just changed completely India. They've just put a minimum wage in across the country. It's tripled their GDP. But prior to that anyway, you know what Steve Bennett's like here. We take care of our own. We're one of the highest paying factories that you can find in India. Why? Because again, just like they are just as crucial as Sherilyn here, as the guy behind the camera here, as the guy in the call center here, as the guy that whatever it may be. No one in our business, and this is what I love about our business actually, is we all sit on an even pedestal and we're all, you know, the way that we communicate each other, you see how we are with each other, and it doesn't just matter whether we're here in the UK, whether we are over
and we all get to see
over
that
in India.
as well, because I mean, most of us as presenters have been over to those countries. We've got to go into those cutting houses to see them all. And in all honesty, I was amazed by the conditions, because I don't know whether I knew what to expect when I went out there, because I'd never been to India, for example, before. The conditions were great, and the staff showed that. You know, the way when Steve walked in, they would get up, they would be thanking him for. But it's
also,
good questions to ask, because
you've
you don't
given
know
a lot.
things.
You know, you've donated to charities, we've built schools. You know, Elizabeth. But also remember this, right? Elizabeth, I spent the age, Elizabeth, from the age of 18, right? I moved to Southeast Asia. I moved to Thailand. It's a third world country. Right? Now, let me tell you this, okay? When I moved out to Southeast Asia, I had no idea what to expect either, right? But guess what? The manufacturing facility I was working in was, again, run by someone who he used to live in Southeast Asia. Hello, Alex. They say, thanks, Toby, for bringing the hooped earrings, pure silver designs. I've been waiting for these. Artisan pieces for everyone. Perfection. Well, Alex, you're more than welcome. One thing I'm always trying to do is look at the gaps of what Gemporia don't bring us.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
And it's very hard, because as I explained to you guys recently, over the last 21 years, we've bought you 4.5 million auctions. Okay?
That is a lot.
Now, that's not 4.5 million pieces of jewellery, that's 4.5 million auctions. Now, if we've got 4.5 million auctions, and we've bought you an average of, let's say, 20 pieces per auction, well, that's 4.5 times by 20. That's going to leave you, ladies and gentlemen, with close to 100 million pieces of jewellery over the last 21 years.
That's unbelievable.
Now, that makes life for me and trying to fill
tricky
gaps
to do something
little
different.
tough, little hard.
Absolutely.
However, where we're very lucky, and where I'm lucky, first of all, I've been here for 8 years now, so I understand, but also my mother was here from when it opened in 2004 until about 2015. So between the two of us, we've got a reasonably good idea. And I always run through my mum anyway in terms of when I'm talking to designs, because I'm not afraid to put my hand up and say, you have more experience in me than this, right? I'm not afraid to call up, you know, one of our guys in Bangkok to help out, just to make sure that these are right. The difference now with the collection here today is this. If I now want to go and get, just to show you it with rings as an example. If I want to go and get, this is from it's an Indonesian company, right? It's called the U-Bud. If any of you have been to Bali, you'll know about U-Bud. Really cool place, some cool bars around there, right? Handmade silver, Bohemian silver ring, handmade, £140. Okay, fabulous. Okay, I'll show you another one right here. Nikau ring, Balinesian style. $160, let's say £125, something like that. There's two of them. Third one, Indonesian rings, okay? Again, you can see here about £137 for a single piece there. And then finally, a little bit more of a dainty one, a bit more affordable, a little less silver. Handmade, I would assume, by the look of the design, £72. So what I'm getting at there is that if you want to go and get sets of jewellery, you want to get weight in your silver and have it handcrafted, well, you're still going to be looking as a median price per ring of about £100, something like that. So when we've got these 3 pairs of earrings here today, I don't think it's unfair for me to say, bearing in mind that these, again, are all crafted by hand, to say, look, let's open these up here today at £299, okay? I don't think that would be unfair of me. Of course, Sherilyn, that's not what I'm going to do.
Okay.
We're going to open up here today, straight away, at £199.
Perfect. Okay. Now this is just the second pair for you to be able to see this in. You saw the first pair, the rope ones. Here's the second ones, because it's just nice to see that size, I think, in the ear as well, the comfort that you're getting with them. Already under that £200 price mark, but you just know that, of course, we are going to go to a fabulous deal. Have a look at this pair as well, because I love them all, but I just think that this is going to be that show-stopping piece that whenever you see them as well, gorgeous amount of detail there. Look at this lovely message as well.
Hello, teen. She says, I'd like to say, Tobes, that the Boulder Opal bracelet and matching ring are stunning. I can't stop looking at them. Thank you so much, teen. Sorry, thank you so much, teen. Teen, you're more than welcome. Right, that's just the highest echelons of jewellery I can bring to you from this location. Yeah. Sharon's come in as well from Glamorgan. One of the reasons I shop at Gemporia is the ethos of the company employs. This is important to me as the beautiful jewellery. Well done, Toby. Look, Sharon, I'm the same. I wouldn't have come here to Gemporia if their ethos wasn't right. I wouldn't have come here. I would have been here for 8 years. I would have been here for 8 seconds, right? And that's just how it is. Because, once again, without sounding a little bit too about me, look, my best friends that I have in Southeast Asia are the guys that used to polish the rings that we used to make. They used to cut the stones. They used to be, working with the wax molds. These are the guys that I grew up with. These are the guys that I hung out with. I have more respect, right, for these people than anyone else on our planet. Now, at £199, this is incredible. But Sherilyn, now we're just going to get the real ball moving, if that's okay. All three?
Yes, yeah, all three. You've not got to choose. We're just showing you all three of those, all those gorgeous designs.
So, Sherilyn, earlier on, we were showing you those rings, and we're giving you an understanding that handmade jewellery, this is what you can go pay. We talked about, you know, £99 a piece, okay? What I'm going to do right now for the 3 pieces immediately, Mel, is we're now going to go to £99. We're now going to go under £100 for 3 pieces of handmade Balinesian Pandai Court jewellery.
Amazing. So that is now taking them down to £33, if you think, per set for solid sterling silver with that detail, with that handmade quality that you're seeing. And I just cannot wait. I mean, the cameras pick it up beautifully, but what I can't wait is for people to get it home and literally take in every angle, every intricate detail, because each movement that I'm sort of making, I'm going, oh, wow, it has that, oh, it has this. Because, for example, these ones that we're seeing in the middle just here, where you've got the sort of rope sort of nature of them, but you've got the secondary spin here. Inside them, which you can't see just there, has almost got this little zigzag kind of pattern that's going through it. So it's all throughout the designs that there's something spectacular.
Yeah, whether the front, Sherilyn, whether the back, we have all of the details in there. And people will know this, you know, from the beautiful bangles that we've brought to you guys, whether it's the inside of the bangles or the outside of the bangles. You know, this is really what this is about, Sherilyn. Yeah. It's not just about doing the minimum, creating the minimum effort here today. We are creating the maximum effort. We are creating as much jewellery, as much design because we can. Right, those earrings in the middle, right, they took just over 3 weeks to make, okay? Right. They took 23 days to make those pair of earrings each, because they have got so much work going into every individual detail of those earrings. That's, it's honestly, based on the efficiencies that it takes us, the time it takes us, it's not really viable, really, to be sitting at prices like this. No, now, we've already established, guys and girls, that, look, £99 for a Balinesian piece of jewellery is amazing, right? Hello, Sharon says, I'm an amateur silversmith and I've made the rope designs. It is difficult design to master. Sharon? It is. It's not the easy route. Look, if I'm looking to create you affordable jewellery, right, do you know what I'm not doing? Hand making it. Do you also know what I'm not doing? Adding crazy details, like on the inside of the earrings, like Sherilyn was talking about right there. But ladies and gents, of course, at £99, I'm 66% off market price if we do our maths. So we're at £33 a pair of earrings, where I was saying £99 is realistic. So £66 off. But of course, we are not done there today, Sherilyn.
Of course. Go on.
Nowhere near, Sherilyn. Okay? Because today, what I'd love to do right now, to show you guys incredible value for money, is I'd like to, now we're not at $79.99 today. What we're going to do, Mel, is we're going to go to $69.99 for 3 pairs, 11 grams of solid sterling handmade silver. $69.99, Bab, is exactly where we are going right now.
I mean, at that price, right, I would be taking those 2 pairs away, okay, at a deal price I'd be talking about, and I'd be thinking, there is not a chance you're getting the 3 sets. You know, you'd be thinking just that, and that's a really good deal for that 1 pair of earrings.
And Sherilyn, you're realistic.
Yeah, and that's realistic. That's what I'm saying. And that, instead, you're saying today, it's almost like you're getting a discount on them and you're getting a couple of pairs completely for free as well. Completely.
And also, Sherilyn, it's important to understand that these are all handmade. I'm not just pointing to the middle ones and saying we're giving the other 2 for free.
No.
Everyone takes the same amount of time and consideration and craftsmanship. And Jean and Anna and Dolores, Teresa, Sharon, Karen, Collector, Tina, you are there on the phone lines now. Look, you guys have been asking me for incredible affordability. Today, that's exactly what we are delivering for you. Let me show you a ring I found earlier on, okay? This is what £200 gets you these days. Look at it. I'm sure I made something like that in art and design when I was about 12, okay? Utilising a machine. Now, that's no offence on that design there. No. That's a £200 ring that you were looking at there. And also, you see the silver finish there? Yeah. That's what unoxidized silver looks like. You see, it's a white kind of colour rather than the grey tones we are bringing you here today. Yeah. Now, look, 24 of these are remaining. Already a lot of you have taken advantage of this. And the best part, ladies and gentlemen, is we're under £25 per pair of earrings right now. But do you know what the best part of tonight's show is, Sherilyn? We're now going to put a 60-second clock on screen.
Okay.
Because Toby's not done here tonight.
Oh my word.
And our Pandai Court collection, ladies and gentlemen, is, yes, crazily accessible to everybody tuning here today. But Sherilyn, today, you and I can stand here, showing the world that we can give you not 1 piece of jewellery, but 3 pieces of handmade jewellery crafted by one of the oldest cultures on our planet. Yeah. and still provide you with ridiculous affordability.
Because we don't usually expect these collections that you bring to be sitting at that affordability. You know, they are something where normally you have to think, I love this, but, you know, have I got that kind of budget today? And yet this is going to be one of the most affordable auctions that you have seen, and it's for handmade jewellery. It's got the detailing that we're seeing there as well. But I have no idea where you are, of course, going to go. In terms of the amount of people, though, with it in their basket, we do not have enough to go around. It's very much about who decides to check out first on this. Unless you move from one side of the screen to the other, we can't guarantee these
We certainly cannot. We certainly cannot. Now, congratulations again to all of you there. What I'm going to just do quickly, if okay, I'm just going to bring this little stand here, just so we can see them with a black background. Just because we've got your camouflage behind us here and your leopard skin. In the meantime, let me just show you these against the black background. You can just see how they finish, and you potentially aren't going to miss on seeing these. Just have a look at these, because the next price point I'm going to mention, we're going to cause chaos. Call centre, get yourself ready for this. This is now going to be the most affordable price per gram of silver, the most affordable price of a handmade set of jewellery that in 21 years Gemporia has ever delivered it to you. I've told you in the past, your average retailer today is going to be selling you silver at anywhere from 13 or like, let's say 12 to 15 pounds a gram. That's your reality. At £12 a gram, we are costing you here today £130 in your silver, £126 in silver. But we are not stopping there today, Sherilyn. This is why Graham and I put so much work into this. This is why efficiency is key, and this is why we have to be able to buy silver as much as we can. We are not stopping at $69.99, Mel. I know $79 was where we are going, but you know what? Let's treat everyone. You all wanted access to Pandai quartz. Mel, let's take this under £50 for $49.99 here today and give everyone the most affordable handmade jewellery that you can acquire.
Absolutely. Goodness me. 20 final pairs available now for you to be able to get these. Did you ever expect to actually tune in today and get handmade jewellery? I mean, that is the fact that you have got here 23 days, okay, as Toby said, to be able to create this. You've then got, obviously, the same amount of work that has gone into those hoops as well. But what I love about them is this is fashion right there, but fashion with that handmade quality. So it's like even better than...
But also, Sherilyn, do you know what? When I'm buying £49 jewellery, okay, I know it's that normally if I'm walking into a jewel, I'll be honest with you, I've never walked into a jewel for £49 before. But if I was to today, I would be expecting to walk out with base metals. I'd be expecting to walk out with the most basic level jewellery I can. A little hoop here or there, right? Or I honestly don't know, okay? I probably should do. But
do you know what you'd normally get if you were talking about earrings for $49.99, right? And you were looking at silver. Do you know those sleeper earrings where they're really, really thin, and as soon as you basically bend them, they often snap? Okay. You know, the tiny hoops, right? Do you know which ones I mean? And I've had them before. They're quite comfortable to sleep in, but I've snapped them very easily. That's what I would expect for $49.99. One pair of those. Instead, you are getting a lot of metal in this. You're getting the design. You've got the workmanship there.
You've got everything, but also, most importantly, Sherilyn, you are getting something that's been handmade by someone. You are getting something, most importantly as well, which is becoming harder and harder to create. Think about this, Sherilyn, okay? Look, if the gold price again jumps by 28% this year, well, these aren't $49.99 next year. No. These are now $79.99. Because it's not just about silver price increasing or the gem price increasing or the setting pricing increasing. That will then be multiplied when I import it or I export it, because duty adds to that. You're paying a duty price on top of the cost of that price, right? Exactly. Or the value of that piece. And so collectors, I'm so happy that so many of you are taking advantage of these pieces here this evening. You have asked for it, and I'm so happy that you're all taking advantage of these. Also, Sharon, you know what I'm thinking, right? It was my sister's 21st birthday on the Independence Day, actually.
Okay, right.
I bought her a pair of earrings, right? But actually, for someone like her or for someone who I'm buying for a gift for, right? I can buy these, and they've got, first of all, 3 pairs if they want, but also selfishly at Christmas, I buy these, right, and I give one pair to one sister, 100%. One pair to another sister, and tell you what, Mum can have the ones in the middle.
Yes,
Everyone's
exactly.
happy.
Thank you very much as well for your message, Alex. Thanks for sending that in. That's absolutely lovely to hear from you. Now, we have got currently Alex, Janet, Kaz, Angelique, we've got Claudia, we've got Sandra, new collectors, we've got Jennifer, Cheryl, we've got Rita, we've got Nicola, we've got a collector in Cornwall, Sharon, Karen. all of those people, but we've only got the 4 chances available. That is all. So
that's it,
not
Charlene.
everybody that I just read out has.
And do
the
you know what I
possibility
love?
of getting
Okay,
that.
do me a favour, Liam. Just show me the weight screen, okay? Because this is my problem.
yeah.
I'll stay with you because I'd like to make this fair. Okay, collector Alex, Janet, Kaz, Claudia, Sandra, Jennifer,
2 chances.
Cheryl. All of you guys are currently waiting at the moment. These are the waiters. I'm sure if you're waiting on the phone lines, £16.66 per ring.
That is- yeah,
Exceptional, Charlene.
absolutely.
You know when you go into
amazing.
M&S and they
Yeah.
have the fake jewellery that you buy?
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
I've looked, I've seen it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
How much do you buy that for? That base metal jewellery. Does anyone know? I've only started experiencing M&S recently with clothes. And that's why I've seen these earrings.
I've seen them, but I'm not sure fully on prices there, but it's not going to be cheap, is it?
It's not, well, there might be food there, there might be clothes there.
I'd like
I'll tell
to
you
get
what,
food.
I get vouchers off my grandma every year. I get £50. So I go there for I buy myself some food. But anyway,
Yeah.
you know, what I'm getting at here is that this isn't disposable jewellery.
No,
In a
exactly.
time where we have to think about ourselves, we have to think about the environment, we have to think about what we are throwing away and not throwing away, this is jewellery that is not thrown away. I remember when I was growing up, even my little sister, she'd be going out, you know, 20, 22 years old, she'd get home with whatever jewellery she was wearing and just bin it, right? Or it'd be taken off on the road on the way home and thrown away because it was rubbish. Hello, Josephine.
Yes, she just said, these pieces are amazing. I paid this price for the bigger earrings at a regular department store in the States. So something like that. That is what we were saying. You would expect to be paying
You're not
more
getting these
sort
in
of prices.
Macy's for this kind of price point, are you?
Nope, not at all.
Congratulations.
Well done if you have managed to get it. I think there's 1 pair left there, so if you managed to get that, well
Sharon,
done.
I was speaking to a gentleman that used to supply Macy's
right, yeah.
at Tucson this year. He used to supply Tiffany, and he used to supply Macy's. And do you know what Macy's would do?
Yeah.
Macy's would order a ring, an amethyst ring,
Okay.
10,000 of them. 10,000 of them.
Right.
And have one store, like say in their New York store, they'd have just a table full of these amethyst
Of
rings.
those.
And over, let's say, a 2-week period, 10,000 of those rings would disappear. Right, would disappear.
Yeah.
And now that's just absolutely crazy. But the price point aligned with that as well, considering they're making 10,000 of them. Right, first, I mean, everything obviously aligns with that, with quality and stone quality, blah blah blah. But it shows you the demand. Right, there's something like a department store and Macy's have. They can see you coming. Right. But what's incredible about what we're doing here today is that even if Macy's were to be able to create 10,000 of handmade jewellery, I wonder what it would be in their store at dollars wise. $170. A great price. Bearing in mind they've been able to utilise economies of scale.
Yes,
Who knows? We will never know. We don't care, honestly, because we're going to have your backs here.
Yeah.
Now, this one's going to be interesting because the earring's now gone. See you later, alligator. We're now going to bring you the rings. And we're now going to open up our rings. Yes, we can open this up, Mel, no problem. Now, Sherilyn, you've been sporting these all afternoon.
I mean, I just love the fact that you are getting 4 rings here as well. Now, you can have them individually, you can stack these up, you can give these to different ones of your friends if you want to. But again, look at the design of every single one of those. And because of them being handmade, you have got the most exquisite detailing, right from that which always reminds me of sort of a Celtic kind of sign and symbol that we've got on that.
So what we're using here, Sherilyn, is like, you know, Balinesian culture goes back thousands of years. Like 4,000 years actually is when they started silversmithing.
Yeah.
And they utilise, so on your closest finger to us here, that's a bit of worked around a flower, of course. It's worked around the leaves of the flower, the layers of the flower. That is very well known in Bali. And the other designs as well follow cultural references, different flowers again, as you can see. But also, what I love about the Sherilyn is it's different. You see it. It has this tribal kind of feel in one ring. You get this, you know, Gothic kind of feel in another ring. But most importantly, everyone crafted by hand. Now, Mel, it's time to put the quantity on screen.
Okay.
It's time to put the quantity on screen that we have available because collectors, let me warn you of this. This is going to be very busy over the next 20 minutes. It's going to be extremely busy. Now, just to give you an understanding, remember I showed you that £72 ring earlier on? Every one of those, £72.
Yeah.
Okay, do we feel that looking at that floral ring we had a minute ago, Luke can show you the floral ring, the spinning shot that we've got, okay?
Yep.
And that ring right there, no, not that one, Luke, the one we showed you there a minute ago, just because we can align them in terms of size, okay? That one there. Do we feel, collectors, I'd love to know this, that ring right there and the ring on my slide, do we feel we can utilise that as a comparable?
Yeah.
Do we feel that?
Yeah.
I feel mine's actually got a bit more detail.
Yeah.
But That's what £72 gets you. So today, Sherilyn, if we have 4 rings, okay, and I open up at £129 as my opening price point, do we feel I am providing you guys a justice here?
Yeah, just a bit, don't you? I mean, already.
And feel free, by the way, to send a message in if you like. I'd love to make this the most dynamic hour of the evening. So if you were sitting at home and you're thinking, hello, and hold on a minute, he's opened at £129.
So that's £32 a ring already, so we're pretty much half price on the ring that we just saw that we think ours is heavier on. I just wanted to split them up there so you could see all 4 of those designs because they look lovely stacked, but they look gorgeous on their own as well. Every one has got a totally different detail, and that's what I think is brilliant. You know, the workmanship and the detail in all of that silver work is just absolutely magical. And you are going to get all 4 of those chances together.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Sherilyn, and this is where it's going to, I'm sorry, it's going to get people on the phone lines very quickly. It's going to cause chaos. But now what we're going to do, Sherilyn, is what if I told you that here today, we'll go straight to price here, we'll give you all 4 rings for £72. What if I can give you all 4 of my rings here today for £72 or £71.99, Mel, whichever you prefer. Penny and a pound difference. What if we can do that for you here today?
That's less than 20 quid a ring.
That's less than £20 a ring.
Yeah.
Still handmade.
Still handmade, solid sterling silver that we're seeing there. I mean, that is absolutely amazing, isn't it, what you're getting there?
I'm nowhere near. I'm not even close. I'm nowhere near. And just so you understand, what I'm going to do for you here today is if you think you're saying paying and pay, if I could give you, honestly, the earrings and the rings for £49 each, still £100, right? You're getting 7 pieces of jewellery, right? All handmade, all handcrafted. That is incredible. Absolutely and utterly incredible. So this is now what I'm going to mention to you guys. Mel, let's go to £49.99, shall we, young lady?
See, that means you have gone up an extra ring, because that was 3 pairs of earrings, right?
Yes, it was.
So you've got an extra ring here, and yet you've just gone to match that price of £49.99.
I have, Sherilyn. And that right there is what exceptional looks like. Less than £13 a piece.
I would absolutely love somebody to go into any jewellers, right, anywhere, with £12.47 and ask for anything in silver.
I'd like you
let
to walk
alone
into a
something that
takeaway
was
for
handmade.
£12.47.
You wouldn't even get a pizza.
I got fish and chips the other night. I treated myself. Thought, why not?
Yeah, why not? Lovely.
Fish and chips. It cost me, and it was I didn't go for the large because I'm trying to look after myself. £11 for a fish and chips.
I went to Handmade Festival. It was lovely at the weekend, really nice.
Handmade?
Yeah, it was great. The first fest that they had there. But I got the kids' mac and cheese and fries. Yeah, that was the kids, so it was for Nola. She's 2, and that was £12. The kids. No, that's the kids. You know, the adult, I just didn't even have food for myself because I thought, oh, well, she's hungry, we'll give her that.
At that price, Mum's not eating, sorry.
No, 100%.
Sacrifice.
But you think of that, the little kids menu was as expensive as one of these rings, which she ate very quickly and I got no enough.
I think, Sherilyn, right now, because you and I are talking about this as if £49.99 is our last price. Well, that's what we're doing, aren't we? We're talking today as if this is going to be our final price here today.
Well, it should be.
Luke, I don't think there has been a more important time. I don't think there's been a more important time here at Gemporia to show our customers how to use the web and app. Do you know why? I'm still nowhere near.
Oh, my goodness.
I am nowhere near. And the reason why I talked to you about the efficiencies in jewellery, okay? So just quickly before I go to this break, okay? The jewellery manufacturer I used to work in, we created about 200,000 pieces of jewellery a month, okay? That's what we're creating. So over 30 days, ladies and gentlemen, you can imagine that's quite a lot of jewellery being made. A lot of gold going in there, a lot of silver going in there, a lot of copper going in there, to mixing with your alloys, a lot of gemstones in there, a lot of diamonds in there, and we have to monitor everything. 1 kilo of gold comes in, right? And only half a kilo of jewellery gold comes out. Where's the other half kilo gone? Well, most of it's probably in filings from us finishing or whatever. Well, we've got to recover that, right? We put in 20 carats of rubies today, only I don't know, 19 carats came out. Well, that's impossible because actually we've cut 50% yields on everything. We must have less than 10 carats. Something isn't right, okay? Or quality control here, because there's 5 different quality control processes, right? Well, where is this failed quality control today? Where have we had an issue today? Let's go and resolve that. And efficiencies or inefficiencies are what kill a business. Inefficiencies are what charge you guys more at home. And because jewelers work off crazy margins and crazy markups, honestly, it doesn't really factor in there. Because, and that's why this set one in your jeweler would be £200. But that's where your set would be £200 here today, because they've got to get that markup to be able to pay their bills. I am nowhere near at $49.99. I'm going to tell you how to use the web and the app. I'm going to show you how to use the web and app. And just so you're very, very clear, if you think I'm taking £2 or £4 off this, if you think I'm stopping at $39.99 on this here today, I'm going way lower than that. So welcome to Pandai Court. Welcome to a full 4 set of handmade rings from Pandai Court. See you after this.
Download or update the Gemporia Jewellery Auctions app today on your smartphone or tablet. All 4 Gemporia apps have been combined into one incredible Gemporia experience. You can watch live auctions on Gemporia and Gem Collector, as well as browse recently played items and pre-orders. You can also now keep track of your personal collection within the app with the ability to see authenticity cards and record reviews about the Gemporia jewellery you own. Finally, check your ring size from within the app so you're always sure which size to order for your next Gemporia purchase. All this and much more in the Gemporia Jewellery Auctions app, available on iPhone, iPad and Android devices.
So the match has been lit and you're all heading towards that checkout. You're all taking advantage of these incredible deals. Look at the amount that you can see on screen now, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely incredible. I'm over the moon for you here today. Mel, let's show everyone what we're about here this evening. We're going to go straight under £30 today to $29.99, £12 a ring, Sherilyn.
Absolutely unbelievable. So, no, $7.49 a ring.
Sorry, excuse me, £7.49 a ring. Excuse me.
I mean, 12 was already phenomenal, but £7 for you to get it. Have a look now at the detailing as well of every single one of these, because you've got that large centrepiece there that we were saying, Celtic flower, that kind of gorgeous design that we're seeing with this. We move to the second one and you can see you've got that beautiful, again, central flower coming there. You've got the lovely leaf design with all the detailing that's coming down that one. This next one, a perfect stacker that we've got there as well, almost like a half wishbone, I'd be saying.
It is exactly that. It's a half wishbone. And you'll notice, Sherilyn, that again, if you bring that slightly down towards the other ring right there, again, it just fits in that little nodule that you've got there. Again, it's all crafted to be stacked, but also it's crafted to be separate. And so, Sherilyn, what I love here is, so for example, me and my mum, we have a bracelet that we both wear, right? And Cherry and Debs also have a pair of earrings that they both tend to wear every day, whether they are little diamond studs or little diamond, little pearls, right? It's the same with this, you know. So, for example, Lynn, who's just bought from South Yorkshire, maybe she's got a couple of daughters, or maybe she's got a friend, and you know they all want to have a little ring that they wear every day in symbolism of each other. You know, some people get tattoos, they'll same tattoos. You know, it's a little bit easier with jewellery because you can take it off. But at $29.99, Sherilyn, you can give one of these to your friends. And what are they going to think you bought them? A £70, £80, £90 ring?
Exactly. They're certainly not going to think they pay £7, are they?
They're not.
And also it gives you that opportunity to wear them across different fingers, to stack them if you want to as well, and to be able to make those designs. So each day, even though you've got the same 4 rings, it could look like you are wearing them in a completely different way that we are seeing these as well.
Quick question. Quick statement to make here, Sherilyn. I'd like a 30-second clock on screen, please. That's not to close, by the way. That's the 30-second clock as a 30-second clock.
You're not going to move even more on price, are you? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we are. When I stand here and say we're giving the best value for money in handmade silver that we've ever brought you, like I said, Sheridan, I've got 10 million auctions to beat.
Oh, my
10
word.
million auctions to beat.
Okay.
And it's not 10 million auctions from this year, it's 10 million auctions from over a 20-year period. Silver, 20 years ago, was not anywhere near the price it was today. It was probably 8 times the price it is today.
Wow, okay. And
An eighth of the price, excuse me, sorry.
oh goodness, right, here we go. Limits on a few of those sizes now.
You're at £7 a ring right now. Ladies and gents, we're taking this under £25 to $24.99, and we are giving you guys this at 6. Ladies and gentlemen, you're getting this, sorry, not 6. You're getting, what are you paying for this? 6, 12, 18. What are you paying for this? 24. Yeah, you're paying £6 a ring. £6.20 a ring.
Over £6.
It's craziness, but also it allows you guys to get handmade jewellery, to access Pandai Court, to get a selection of rings, to get the best opportunity in 20 years that I can bring to you guys.
But it's solid sterling silver.
Yes,
That's
it is.
the other thing we need to point out, because you would never ever expect, would you, that solid sterling silver
No way.
would be coming in at this. But base metal, you wouldn't be getting it at
No
that price.
chance, no chance. And that's the crazy thing, Sherilyn. Here we are bringing you this certified, bringing you this handmade. You don't get handmade jewellery at these kind of prices. You don't get silver at these kind of prices.
No.
You don't get opportunities at this kind of prices. Jewellers can't afford to put something in their window for one of these rings at this price.
No,
Do you know why? It's because it costs them more than this to make it. But also, guys and girls, here at Gemporia we're lucky because we haven't got to pay the business rates that have all gone through the roof. We don't have to succumb to the gold price that's going through the roof, to the silver prices, to a point.
Yes,
we will do
yeah.
at some point,
Yeah, of
Sherilyn.
course. Yeah.
But currently, as you can see today, for the amount of gold, silver you've got here, this is impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. So there are waits now on the phone lines. Loads of you there with it in your baskets on the app as well. There are only 36 chances left. It is not going to be able to go to everybody to be able to get this chance. And what an opportunity. Do you know what I'd be saying is, while you're waiting to ask, get your deal of the day as well, because we are about to come back in a moment with this amazing Himalayan
Deal of the year.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It's very rare I bring it, Sherilyn.
Yeah.
Very,
well,
very
we don't really
rare.
ever get to see it, do we? This variety, of course.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen it in the 10 years I've been here.
Haven't you?
No?
I've probably done literally a few shows
Yeah,
of
a
this.
handful.
I'm lucky enough with Himalayan Beryl, as you guys know. My sister's engagement ring is made out of Himalayan
is it?
Beryl.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but we'll get round to that.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
got one sweet for you here today. This is your 2025 edition of Himalayan Beryl, okay? And it's not going to be here during the birthday in October.
Okay.
This is it. This is me with everything that I can bring to you guys. That's coming up in a few minutes' time.
Yeah.
In the meantime, congratulations to everyone on the phone lines. Only 30 sets of these available. I do apologise if the phone line's a bit busy.
Yeah, but as expected,
nature,
you've just
isn't
gone
it?
down to $24.99,
I know,
which
Sherilyn.
Again was not the discussion. I mean, this is the other thing, and Toby does this all the time. We have a
can be
price
all
that we
right.
think we're going to, but then you think, no, do you know what? I want to make sure that every person gets this. And look at that, great buy, Toby. Very pretty rings for my great grandnieces. Christmas gifts
And
sorted.
that's the great thing, right, Sharon, is you give one of these to your nieces, your grandnieces, right?
Yeah.
If, in reality, okay, if you'd have gone and bought that from the jeweller I showed you, let's say they do it at £50. Let's say you get a ring for £50,
Yeah.
right? Let's be crazy modest. You give it to your niece, she loses it. That's £50 lost.
Yeah,
You drop
100%.
this here today, you've got £6 that you've dropped, okay?
Yeah.
Now, look, I'm sorry, we're not going to remake these, I won't recreate these sets, but you're paying £6 for jewellery. This is not something that... Go and find me a T-shirt for £6, right? That you can make and remake out of cotton or synthetic wool or whatever it may be. This is silver. This is a limited resource. This is a precious metal that we are bringing you here today.
Exactly. Final 20 chances now for you to be able to get it, so it's in your basket. I mean, Fiona's just gone for 3 sets, Andrea's gone for 2 sets, Sheila's gone for 3 sets as well. So if you wanted to stack up more of these as well, you could do it this sort of
I mean,
price.
Sherilyn, you buy 4 sets of these, you're still not spending £100.
No, when you think of it like that.
Yeah. You know, but like I said earlier on, if you buy the earrings, you take advantage of these, you can get 2 pairs of these and a pair of earrings. You spend £100. It's absolutely and utterly perfect. And it's honestly value for money that's outstanding.
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous.
something that is only going to become harder and harder and harder and harder to be able to create.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? I will try and bring you this Pandai Court collection for as long as I physically can. But if it comes to a point where I'm having now to, again, have to pay an extra 30% for it, or 50% for it, and I'm here on screen now at £75 for these, or £85, well, that's the day where you say to me, Toby, I've got these for £24.
Yes,
Why would I buy
exactly.
them at £85 here today? And that's actually the hardest problem with our business model. And that's why we have such a big vault of stones and of gold and of findings, because the day that our business has to conform to what Beaverbrooks and H. Samuel and F. Hines and even higher end jewelers have to deal with, well, that's the day where our competitive edge is lost.
Exactly. Those final couple of chances are left with you there. It will be the first people to obviously come through and confirm on them, but massive congratulations on getting those earrings as well. Now we are back in a moment with the most gorgeous suite that we have got. Now this is where you have the chance to get the earrings, you have the chance to get the pendant, the ring as well. This is our Himalayan Beryl that we're about to bring to you. So rare, so exquisite to see it with this ice white nature, the clarity, the brilliance that we've got, and yet you have got the chance to get it today. It's there, it's available for you to be able to pre-order on this. It is coming up for you in a moment. Get it while you can.
Download or update the Gemporia Jewellery Auctions app today on your smartphone or tablet. All 4 Gemporia apps have been combined into one incredible Gemporia experience. You can watch live auctions on Gemporia and Gem Collector, as well as browse recently played items and pre-orders. You can also now keep track of your personal collection within the app with the ability to see authenticity cards and record reviews about the Gemporia jewellery you own. Finally, check your ring size from within the app so you're always sure which size to order for your next Gemporia purchase. All this and much more in the Gemporia Jewellery Auctions app, available on iPhone, iPad and Android devices.
this is so exciting. To actually get to have your Himalayan Beryl deal of the day as well, and not even just one piece but 3 pieces that all just work so lovely together as well. I just cannot compare it to anything, because when you look at it, the clarity, the beautiful kind of brilliance, the ice white nature, you just think of your finest diamonds.
You certainly
You don't expect to be getting something like this unless you're paying that kind of top grade of thousands and thousands of pounds.
Well, the thing is, Sherilyn, the crazy thing about this is that Beryl isn't colourless. It's very rarely colourless.
Exactly.
And what's incredible about this is that there is only one place in the world where we can find this. There is only one place in the world where this has ever been found.
Okay.
And I first found this gemstone when I think I was 19. I want to say 19 or 20, I want to say. I can't remember the exact age I was. I was at a marketplace in Bangkok. I was at Bangkok Gem Fair, and I found one stone of this Beryl. Okay, and I'll show you the exact stone. Okay, now I bought this stone at the age of 19. I held on to it, Sherilyn. Okay, I held on to it. Right, come back to me, Luke. Right, and the reason I held on to it is because I knew I was never going to get the opportunity to see anything like that again, and I just held on to it and held on to it. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, about 10 years ago now, my sister decided to get married, and my brother-in-law, my now brother-in-law, called me and goes, I want a 5-carat diamond for Cherry. I said, okay, you can get her a 5-carat diamond if you want. Boring, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She is the daughter of a jewelry designer, and she is also working in a jewelry company. You want to buy her a diamond. I appreciate it's a 5-carat diamond. There's not a lot of ladies that say no to a 5-carat diamond, but this is also Cherry you're talking about here, right? And so we were looking at options, and we looked at some Paraiba, and we looked at some emeralds, and we were looking at options, and I said, look, I've got one piece that if I wasn't giving it to my sister, I'd give it to my wife when I get married, whatever time it was going to be. Okay, and I'll show you the exact piece. This is the exact piece right here.
Wow, look at that.
Okay, now that's it. It's a big boy. Okay, that's it pre-set. You can see here, I'll show you the fire of this once again so you can see it. The fire on this is insane. It's one of the best single gemstones I've ever laid my eyes on. Now, actually following that, okay, this isn't my sister's wedding ring, but come back to me just quickly, Luke. What you have to understand is that it was one of the funniest parts ever, because I had the stone, and it's like, well, what design do I put it in? I said, I am not getting involved in the design work, okay? Because I know my sister, I'm her little brother. I'm not getting involved with this at all, you know? And my mum's a jewelry designer, and she's like, I ain't getting involved.
Really, as well?
I'm not getting involved with this. So what we decided to do, she got engaged, actually, he got engaged over Christmas. So what we decided to do is we decided to put it into a simple white gold setting like that. Okay. Simple 4-prong white gold setting. And
it's all about the stone.
All about the stone. But you can see here the fire, you can see the beauty, you can see how incredible that is. And I put the finished article, 15 millimeters, awesome, right? The ring that she has now is all set in platinum. It's set with zircons actually, rather than VVS diamonds. But most importantly, okay, this gemstone is the most unique gemstone that Cherry has in her collection. She also has sphalerites, and she's got quadruplet tanzanites and saverites, and you can probably imagine. But there is nothing that is like that you are going to find in many places on our planet. And since then, with who I work with, I've always kept my eyes out for trying to find something like this. Now, one thing we have to understand, you might be saying, well, Toby, what's the difference between this and Goshenang? Okay. Well, one thing we have to go back to is we have to look at the structure of Beryl. I don't mean to be boring, but this is actually quite interesting. I like this. Let me show you this, okay? So we can see here on the screen here, Sherilyn, we've got emeralds, and aquamarine, and heliodor, morganite, red beryl, maxite, and then also green beryl. Right, you can see here that the green in emeralds comes from chromium, the iron in aquamarine gives it the blue to bluey green. You can see it's just the iron content in heliodor that gives it that beautiful yellow to golden, the manganese in morganite that gives it, and you can see all the elements. Well, Himalayan Beryl, actually, ladies and gentlemen, has none of those elements. Okay, it is the only beryl in the world that doesn't have the iron, doesn't have the manganese, doesn't have the chromium, doesn't have the titanium in there. And that is the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why it is so unbelievably clean. But when the Lord himself wrote the rule book on beryls, okay, and we'll have a green one, we'll have a pink one, we'll have a yellow one, and we'll have a, they all have trace elements. For this to exist, you need to have 0 extra trace elements. 0. which in itself is exceptional to the rule. Nature has to suspend itself for this to occur, and the wrong patterns have to follow for this occurrence to happen.
Wow.
Now, also, Sherilyn, this comes from the Himalayan mountains, one of the most mineral-rich places on our planet for gemstones. Let's think about gems that come from this area. Golconda diamonds, cashmere sapphire, some of the finest cashmere stones you can find, rubies, aquamarines from around this area, right? Some of the most incredible kyanite that we've brought to you guys, and it goes on and on and on. Why? Well, when we're looking to buy gems, what creates gemstones? Heat and pressure and tectonic movement, as well as various water and various other elements and silicates as well. While Mount Everest was created, when Mount Everest was created, what happened? Two tectonic plates hit each other. They then go like this, and they push and they push and they push, and Mount Everest is created. But underneath all of that, you have got the most incredible amount of friction, amount of heat. You've also got metamorphic rock running underneath it. And the Earth reforms itself around the creation of this incredible mountain.
Okay.
Now, this is how Beryl should look.
Yeah.
That's Beryl. Now, what's incredible about this, Sherilyn, isn't just the fact that we can bring this to you here today. I've spent a huge amount of time trying to bring a collection like this, and I'm very lucky, okay, because one of the guys that I used to, he's pretty much, he's my, you have an uncle that, he's not actually your uncle, but you think your uncle?
Yeah.
Well, my uncle that isn't actually my uncle, okay? Well, many years ago, actually, he was on Discovery Channel. And he went with the Discovery Channel to the Himalayas to try and find some of this beryl. Now, again, he was going with the Discovery Channel, but they're going to try and find this, okay? And I'll show you a little bit of the footage from that if you want to see this. Now, remember this, okay? When we are looking at beryl that is not Himalayan, could potentially be Goshenite, this is what we're going to see, okay? We're going to find beryl, and some of this looks nice and clean. You can see here, Sherilyn, that you get inclusion patterns that work their way in, making it not eye clean. You can see a lot of it has yellow tones, Sherilyn, right? So we tend to get a little bit like diamonds, we tend to get these Heliodor-esque kind of tones as iron works its way in, but it's very, very hard to find it. And even when you think you're close, you see how that still has a tinge of yellow to it?
Yes.
That is, ladies and gentlemen, what makes this hard to try and repeat, because it can't be ice white. In fact, the finest Himalayan beryl that you are going to find will have a secondary, almost type 2A tinge to it. This is it. Okay? Now, what's incredible about that, Sherilyn, is that stone isn't blue. That stone, when you put it in sunlight, a little bit like with an Argyle diamond, they're not actually naturally champagne. It's the lattice that's twisted, or the twist in the pipe that created these refraction of champagnes. So that under one light will be ice white, and then over that you get this secondary blue. Now it's not aquamarine, but that is a nice way of being able to identify that. The same like we get in Golconda diamonds. When we see our type 2A diamonds, they're renowned to have this incredible blue behind it. But let me show you this clip right here, just quickly if I can, right? I can show you this. This is actually from the Discovery Channel show, where they're actually showing this in the rough, okay?
Yeah.
And you can see, guys and girls, how perfectly clean that is. I'll show you once more just so you can see it, okay? Right? It's incredible. Now, I can't obviously show you the same thing because it's copyrighted, but you can see, guys and girls, how this looks in the rough. Now, like I said, I always try and bring you a collection of this. Every year, I bring you one collection of Himalayan beryl. It's during the birthday. Now, unfortunately, guys and girls, I couldn't wait till the birthday this year because I managed to pull some of this out of, and again, I've been holding it in the vault. After I started cutting it, I was supposed to wait for a few months, and October will be here in no time. I couldn't wait. After we cut these, they had been cut to such an amazing level, Sherilyn, that I wanted to bring you them here this evening. And most importantly, I wanted to bring you that visual there. I wanted to bring you that fire. I wanted to bring you that amount of intensity in the jewellery that we are bringing you here today. And most importantly, I wanted to bring you the cleanest beryl that this world, this planet, has to offer. If today, ladies and gents, you want to acquire Himalayan beryl, then Sherilyn and I are going to give you the only show that I can bring you in 2025.
Wow.
And we say show, I've got 3 pieces.
3 pieces, yes, exactly.
That is it. This is my pride and joy. This right here, guys and girls, is, if not the rarest beryl I can put on your screen, including Big Spite. And that, I know that seems like a statement because the rarity of Big Spite is crazy, but it is so, so hard to bring you consistency and quality of clarity like we're going to in pieces like today.
Wow, absolutely phenomenal. And to actually bring it forward by that amount of months as well, when it should have been here for the birthday, we know that everything gets saved, ready for that event as well, so that you could bring that once a year kind of a chance. And yet, instead, it is here tonight. It is your chance to actually be able to get this, to own this. Something as rare, something as beautiful, but it's that cleanness that you were talking about, which you just do not obviously normally get that chance to ever get to see.
It's incredible, Sherilyn. I absolutely and utterly adore this. And again, you can look at the work that's already doing. You can see the fire that's already working there. Mel, have you got control of the lights in our studio? I think you do, don't you? You do, yeah. Well, I'm going to ask you in a minute, Mel, to bring the lights down. We can show our little group shot if we like. We can show the lights down while you're testing that, Mel. Do me a favour, bring them down, will you, lovely? Should be a button like 25%, 70%. Yeah, bring them down. Keep going, Mel. Keep going. Keep coming. Don't worry, they'll come back on, lovely. Keep going. Keep going.
Put us in the dark.
Yeah, put us in the dark. Okay? Now let me show you this on camera 1. Okay? Yeah, no, I'm sorry, not there. Whatever Liam's got control of. Look at that.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. Now, the reason I do that is, as you heard Addy and I talking about earlier on, the lights in our studio aren't really the best as such, okay? Now, bring the lights back up, Mel. We can bring them up live if you want. Yeah, it's no problem. There you go. So you can see here, right, what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's almost a bit too much light in here. Now, congratulations to everyone who's tuned in this evening, because you're going to be one of only one of the people in the world that can get one of these 3 pieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get a 30-second clock on screen.
Okay.
And Sherilyn, we've got our last 40 minutes here of the show here today, of while we are live, to now bring you excellence.
Now, with this ring, over 250 people are showing interest in this. We have a good quantity, but we have nothing close to that quantity, do we, at all?
We do not. Sherilyn, tonight, you guys are going to take your jewellery collections to the next level. You're going to be able to own one of the finest beryls out there. This is a white emerald that you're looking at here. This is a white heliodor. This is a white aquamarine that you are seeing. This right here is a white big spike. But also, let's think about beryl. Beryl's clarity varies across the board.
Absolutely.
The quality and clarity of an emerald is totally different to the clarity that you're going to find in a heliodor.
Yeah.
It's totally different to what you're going to find in an aquamarine. Now, to all of you tuning in tonight, this is going to be a very big moment. If you've been able to experience Himalayan beryl before, then congratulations. If you haven't, then tonight is your night.
Yes,
and as you can see, Sherry and I have round cut these to maximise that sparkle, to copy the exact design that Cherry had for her engagement ring, and deliver it to you guys at home.
And that is just remarkable to see it here in the light, to see it, of course, with those lights going down. As soon as we've opened up this auction, we're already limited on J to K and T to U for you. So if you do want to come in for those sizes, we are close to selling out on them already. Which, you know, well done for jumping in as quickly as you possibly can.
Now, there's one thing that I want to discuss with you guys, okay, just before I bring in a price point. And this is interesting, Sherilyn, because I'm not sure I've discussed this with you this year. But so, when I went to Tucson this year, we went to the AGTA, which is a very big governing board in the US, do a seminar every year.
Yeah.
And I went to that seminar, and I know some of you might have heard this, but I think it's really crucial for everyone else to understand what's going on here. So the you know the gem guide that we have?
Yes.
Where you get all the pricing. I don't know if I've got a copy here or not. I'm sure Liam can find me one in half a second. Oh yeah, there's one right here. Sorry, excuse me. I should have come prepared. See this? Gem guide. Okay, so in the back of this, basically it just shows us all of the prices that we get.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you want a upper extra fine pink topaz between 50 and 99 points, you're paying $750 a carat. That's what we know, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, this lady right here, okay, her name is Brecken Brandstratter. She is GIA certified, of course. She is the editor-in-chief of this book. Right. And her job title is the leader of pricing and market information.
Okay.
She is like the god of the gemstone world, okay? And what they do with this, Sherilyn, how they come up with the pricing on this, is that when there is a trade fair going on at Tucson, she has a little team of people, right? 10 people, that nobody really knows who they are.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit like mystery guests when you go to a shop.
Yes, and they go around.
And so they'll go into, so she'll be like, okay, James, you go to 5 different Paribas shops, all right, to try and find a 5-carat Paribas from Brazil and tell me the average price per carat.
Yeah.
And he'll go and do that at 20 different booths. And they'll come together and they'll get a median price.
Okay.
Not just one guy that's offering it at crazy prices or one guy that's offering it low. And so this is how this book is made up. Okay. Without any conflict of interest of Brecken's mate saying, hey, I'm a Colombian emerald dealer, can you put the prices up for me, right? It stops that. Okay. Now, during her seminar, and by the way, I'd encourage you to go watch this. If you type in, don't do it now, but when Sharon and I finished in 40 minutes, type in something like AGTA Seminar Tucson 2025.
Okay.
And you'll see the whole presentation.
Right.
And it's incredible because you're going to see what I'm about to tell you now. And on that, I voice recorded the whole thing,
Yeah.
right? And I transcribed it. And there were some really key points here, Sherilyn, that I think we have to talk about. This is it right here. First of all, she said, scarcity is such that if you see something you like, it's really necessary to buy it at that point because the opportunity to see something comparable material again under the current market is very unlikely.
Very true.
I don't think that summarises Himalayan Beryl any more than we are showing you here today.
Yeah.
Tonight's opportunity that we are going to bring you, please don't wait for me to bring it you in 2026, because genuinely, we're not sure if that's going to happen. And I hate to make promises that I can't keep. Yeah, I can bring you probably a couple of pieces, because I know I've got a little bit of rough sitting, because I'm not stupid, I'm not going to use it all at once. But the difference is point 2 here. And this is where Gemporia is different. At this point, we don't see any scenario in which prices for fine-end colour will come down. The reality is that scarcity is supporting the market demand at the upper end at the finer quality grades. This is the finest quality Beryl that we can bring to you guys.
Yeah.
This is the finest quality Himalayan Beryl that we can bring to you guys. And unlike any other gemstone, I can't go and source another from another location. I can't go to Brazil and get this. I can't go to America and get this.
No,
There's only one
exactly.
place in the world. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen the Himalayas. Pretty tough to go to.
Absolutely.
Pretty harsh location. Nightmare for mining. Oh, sorry, you're waiting for a price on the screen, aren't you? You're waiting to see where I'm going to open this up at, don't you? Well, Mel, let's talk about an opening price point. Do you know what, Mel? I'll tell you what, collectors at home, and I hope you don't mind me doing this, Mel. I really don't think you mind me doing this. I know I've been a bit cheeky already today. This is what I love now.
Right.
Okay, and this is what I love about what I can do for you here today. As opposed to opening this up at $4.99, $5.99, $6.99, let's open this up under £200, Mel. Now, ladies or gentlemen watching, I'm going to say this to you. If you ever want to think about giving someone as an engagement ring or as a gift a diamond in comparison to something like this, it's not even a discussion of rarity.
No.
It's not even a discussion of availability. Tonight, we have got a bit of quantity to bring to you guys. Look at the quality of these beryls.
Incredible, isn't
Insane. This is the cleanest material. And you can see what I mean, Sherilyn, with that blue tinge that you get with the movement.
Yes, exactly.
It's just incredible.
And also, it's a really large size solitaire. 1.7 carats that you're getting in that as well.
It's the biggest, I think, to date, okay, the biggest individual solitaire I've bought you in a round.
Yes,
I've bought
yeah.
these before, Sherilyn, and I didn't bring them in a round. I bought them in an oval because I thought they looked incredible. But now I've put these in a round. You can see the light gathering at the bottom of the culée there.
just
Right, look at the light moving at the bottom of the culée. You can see all that light, literally almost like a glass of water filling
It does,
up.
doesn't it? It looks like it's just
culée.
dancing through there. Fabulous.
Perfect. Now, to everybody tuning in here today, check this out. We're going to do something incredible. We're now, Sherilyn, going to take £100 off straight away. Mel, let's give this everyone an opportunity at £99 here today to get 1.7 carats of Himalayan, the cleanest beryl that I can bring to you guys, and the only opportunity in a ring in our building.
What a chance for you now to be able to get this. Look at that. You can see that fire, you can see that brilliance, that sparkle that you've got there. And that is in your studio lights. Wait until you get this home in natural sunlight. I'm just thinking that this is going to be like, it's like that times 100 that you get to see.
Well, that's it, Sherilyn. The difference that I've got here today, Sherilyn, is like that shot right there you can see, okay? That's, excuse my nails now, I was too young. But that's what it looks like in sunlight. That's the fire that you guys get, okay? This is how it looks in sunlight. This is what we are talking about. Now, look, guys and girls, if I could get a camera and show you the lights that we have in here, they are, remember at school when you used to have those bar lights? You know, they are bar, in fact, we're going to show you now, right? Liam's going to do me a favour. They are bar lights with a cover over them. They're not really ideal for gemstone jewellery. They make Sherilyn and I look fabulous. Well, they make Sherilyn look fabulous. I fall to the wayside with Sherilyn and I. But the most important thing here is they're built to be maximising this here. Mel, can you do me one favour? Just bring the lights down one notch. I know you pressed it one notch a minute ago. It's just a bit easier on the eyes as well. I think that's a little bit better, to be honest with you. Right, now let's go back to the ring here. Let's move that up, right? But also, Sherilyn, do you know what I love about this? Look at the setting work that you've got here. Right, look at this prong work here. Right, it's absolutely exceptional. And as we bring this round, look at the quality, look at the brilliance, and look at the beauty of that. Incredible. Hello, Janine.
Look at that. Hi, Toby. For me, it's brilliance and provenance. The story and the history makes this stone far more interesting than a diamond. Do you know what I think is so interesting there, Janine, right, is before I worked within jewellery, you will want to get a diamond, right? as soon as you work in it, don't get me wrong, diamonds are still lovely, but for that really special piece, you suddenly want to always go for something that is unique, that is different, that has that story, that is more rare, something like this that you are getting to see. There are 2 left in a TTU, there are 2 left in a J2K for you to be able to get this. Look at that.
It's incredible, isn't
Just
it? You get
captivating,
reds.
isn't it?
It's incredible. Look, and also remember this, Sherilyn, like I said, and the key word I mentioned earlier on is that nature has had to suspend itself. But just like the freak of nature that the Mount Everest is, right? That the Himalayas are, okay? This is the exact monster that has been created by that crazy tectonic movement. Now, again, for all of you that have already tuned in, I'm sorry to say there are only 2 left in the J2K, there are 2 left in the TTU. Luke, I'm going to need a 1-minute clock. I want a full minute. And in that meantime, Luke, I want a one-on-one with our customers at home. Guys, over the last few years, I've brought you some incredible deals. I've brought you and treated you to some really cool things. No, it's okay. I like the lights like this.
I know, it feels kind of like nice in the evening, doesn't it?
Yeah, rather than feel like I'm trying to sneak into my house under the floodlight at 4 in the morning, I feel quite normal now.
Yeah.
It's quite nice.
Cosy, I'd say, isn't it?
Cosy, Sherilyn. You know, but also please let me know you guys at home as well. And do you know what you do when you're selling Beryl clean? You don't lower the lights really, okay? But the clarity of this is so insane, it doesn't matter. It needs minimal light flow. What I'm saying is this, okay? So I've given you some great treats, right? We have had the opportunity to bring you incredible treats over the last 8 years while I've joined you. And I know so many of you have missed the opportunity or missed the show or missed the boat on Himalayan Beryl. Maybe the cutting wasn't right for you. I know I disappointed a few of you when I brought you those oval cuts, and I know a lot of you were gagging for the rounds for me. Well, I've got them for you here today. I have done everything I can with the cutting to deliver you excellence, to bring you incredible design. Oh my gosh, Sherilyn, don't do that for Pete's sake.
But I just wanted to show
Don't do that.
Every single one is as good as the other.
Don't do that.
I've stacked them up. I just thought you need to see that because...
Oh, wow.
But they are that. We're not just showing the best, we're showing you exactly what you're getting in every single one of these brilliant round cuts. They are spectacular, aren't they?
Sherilyn.
Yeah.
Based on what you've just shown me, I should tell you. What am I supposed to do now? We're going to £98.99. Of course we're not, guys and girls. Happy Christmas from me. Genuinely, thank you for everything. Thank you for all of the support you've given to me. Now I'm going to give it back. From the rooftop of the Planet Mel, $69 insane. We're halving the price and going to $49.99 here today. And that's my gift to you here this evening.
That is absolutely phenomenal. Half price. Now you could actually double it up if you want to and wear it like I've actually got on my hand as well. TTU's gone. We've got one last chance on the J to K. We've got last few chances there on the R to S and the L to M. Very limited on P to Q now as well. So if you want to guarantee your size, yes, you can resize them. But if you don't want to pay for the resize, you need to be very, very quick to be able to get this as well.
They are not blue, ladies and gents. These are not blue, okay? Come over here, actually. Come into this light. If you could do, Liam, or I'm sorry to do this. Come into my little cabinet here. Oh, hang on, let me bring it close so you can see me cabinet. No, it's all right now. I'd like the lights off, to be honest with you. This is fabulous.
We've got over 60.
Let me show you in our little cabinet.
Okay,
let me show you in our little cabinet. I'm not trusting. Can we fall asleep with this? I've got, it's all going on. Get in there, Liam. Let's have a look, right? And if I move these for you guys, right, you can see here just how ice white they are. They're as ice white as you are going to find. Remember this, we've got the earrings coming up and we've got the pendant coming up as well, if you so wish to take advantage. The giveaway, Sherilyn, sorry about that, Liam, that's my fault. The giveaway really is when we show you our light box shot. That shot right there, you can see in our light box. That's the purest light that you are going to see this in. And they are not a secondary blue. Remember this, ladies and gents.
No.
This is the fascination of what I love about gems. I was never, I'll be honest with you, I was never really smart at school, right? I didn't actually become, I would say, I didn't actually...
You would have been. You seem like you're very smart.
No, not at all. I didn't grow up genuinely. Like, I didn't grow up until I was about 18 years old.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and I was a sportsman, all that kind of stuff. And I knew stuff about jewellery. But do you know what, Sherilyn? I wish at that point, or early in my life, I got into the likes of geology. Because one thing that we have to understand here is what we are seeing, I guess, is a different form of colour change. Let me explain why. When a gemstone colour changes, for example, let's talk about item. Okay, we see it in the green, we shine incandescent lights on it, it goes purple. What's happening? Well, what alexandrite does is it absorbs all of the greens and the blues and all of the yellows from that light, and it refracts all of the reds and all of the oranges from that incandescence. And that's why the gem changes, okay? What we're seeing here with this Himalayan beryl is in one light source, ladies and gentlemen, you get this complete ice white, and then under our floodlights here in the studio, because of the way in which these are chemically bonded together, just like with an Argyle diamond, you get this secondary type 2A blue. And for any of you that don't know about Golconda diamonds, I've never had the opportunity to buy or see a Golconda diamond, okay? This is one here, 348,000 for a 3-carat piece. That is what the type 2A diamonds are renowned for, because they had this secondary blue, not a secondary yellow, or a secondary green, or a secondary purple, or a secondary pink, which is very possible.
Thanks, Toby.
Hello, Mark.
I have a pendant that I couldn't afford to buy. Cheers, mate, for this, because it's for my wife, so there must have been a pendant you loved
Mark,
before.
please remember this, Mark. Okay, Mark, when you give this to your wife, please explain to her that she's got a white emerald.
Yeah,
she's got a white emerald. You have got something from the rooftop of our planet. And most people will never get to go there.
No.
You know? If any of you have been to Nepal, that's probably the closest place. But genuinely, from me to you, you have got the most important gemstone, if not, I've got 2 really important gems in my family. I've got a really cool pre-tourmaline, we've got lots of important gems, and we've got Cherry's engagement ring with her Himalayan beryl.
Yeah.
From a bunch of gem collectors and people that have spent between us over 100 years working with gems, for us to be able to deliver you that price point, it is my honour, because now you are amongst the elite.
Yes, well done. We did have over 50 people miss out on that. So you've just seen the prize, right, that Toby has gone to on that. Now what I would say is don't wait for the price, because when we come to this pendant, you already know it is going to be absolutely remarkable in terms of the price. We're going to come to the pendant next. The earrings are already there. They are already available as well for you to be able to jump in and get, okay, with these, which is absolutely fabulous. Mark, as well, I've been looking for this for years. That's what he said with that.
Well,
Thanks,
Mark,
mate.
do you know what I'd like to say to you guys as well? I mean,
It's just
you
amazing
guys,
that he's got that.
Do you know what, Mark? Mark, first of all, Mark, do you know what? It's first, thank you for choosing to message in. Ooh, thank you for choosing to message in, and thank you for taking the time to message in. Most importantly, what I love again is that you can give whoever, whether you're Mark, whether you're Beryl, I don't know how it happens to be Beryl, Mandy, Judith, buying her Judith, her first purchase today. You can walk into any store anywhere on our planet and ask for a Himalayan beryl, right? See what they tell you. But also, do you know what I'd say to you guys? Not now, okay? At 10 o'clock when Sheridan and I are done. If you want to go type in Google Himalayan beryl or Discovery Channel, you'll actually see, right, them going up there. You'll see the deal that's being done up there at that time. Okay, and they're in the middle of the mountains in Nepal, trading with a guy there's literally come down from the mountain. You know. Anyway, we digress. Pendant coming up right now.
Yes.
Would you like to have a look at this?
Oh, absolutely.
Now we've put it on white there, so you can see it on the white. It gives a bit more of your bluey tone, Shirley. And we've also put it, as you can see, on our black background here in the studio. Take your pick as to the look that you want to get.
I just think it is, again, absolutely outstanding what you can see there. You have, of course, got something that perfectly matches that ring. If you missed out on the ring, ensure that, of course, you get straight in for this so that you can actually guarantee it. I don't want to ever take it off. I've been wearing it right from the moment that I actually came across, because it is just captivating. You know, I keep seeing myself all the time, obviously, on the camera thinking, wow, look at that.
And do you know what, Sherilyn? This is another point. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Mel, just because time's slightly against me now. I'm going to open this up here today straight away.
Okay.
£149.
Yeah.
Start there. Now, Sherilyn, this is now the question that I have, okay? And I've got a confession. I'm going to give away a bit of a jewellery secret here today on the screen, okay? Because I've only learned about this recently.
Yeah.
At a time now, Sherilyn, where people are looking for synthetic opportunities, where people are looking at lab-grown diamonds, lab-grown rubies. I saw lab-grown Paribas tourmaline the other day, okay, that was offered to me. Of course, the guy didn't know it was just one of those messages that you get, right?
Yes, of course.
But this is the crazy thing, Sherilyn, okay? And I told our customers earlier on. So I had a lady come to me a week ago. Yeah, she's looking for a hexagonally shaped.
Okay.
It was actually a jeweller.
Right.
That had a client come in. They wanted a hexagonal shaped lab-grown diamond. Okay.
Okay.
Now I said I don't deal with lab-grown diamonds, but considering I will put you in contact with someone that does.
Okay.
Over in Hong Kong. And basically, she had been quoted in the UK £1,800 for this stone, 2-carat stone, £900 a carat. She thought that was pretty good.
Lab grown.
Lab grown. That's a good price, okay?
Okay.
Until I put her in touch with this person in Hong Kong that I just, again, I know lots of people that do lots of things.
Yeah, of course.
Her price was £290 for the same stone.
Okay.
Right? So this jeweller, okay, was marking up from, let's say the jeweller got it in at £400. They were marking up from £400, £1,400 for a fake synthetic diamond. Which and lab-grown diamonds are like this. If you ever bought a brand new car, I wouldn't advise it, but if you ever do, right, you buy a car for £40,000, you drive out of the forecourt, it's worth 30 or 35. Right?
Exactly.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it's about with human beings. The same as with the lab-grown diamond. She spends £1,800 for the stone. She gets it set into white gold. She spends £3,000 for it, £2,500 for it. She walks out the store. It's worth less than £250. It's worth the gold that she's got it set in at a reduced price because it's been set into jewellery. Right, and this is where and what frustrates me in the marketplace today. This is really what it's about. And as people now, I don't know what you want. If you want sparkle and you want shine and you want something special, why would you go and pay for someone to synthetically make it for you? This is like me saying, genuinely, right? I've got a guy here that will knit me a jumper, right? Hand knit it from cashmere and give it to me, right? Now it's going to cost you me a little bit more. Not you, Liam. You got, I'm sure.
Liam's ready. He's getting his
I thought you might be a crocheter with the things that you come to work with, but knitting I can't see you doing. But that's like that. And then there's someone saying, yeah, but I can just, I can just make one. I can just make one for 10p if you want, right? It's two opposite ends of the scale.
You can't compare, can you?
And I get it. If a lab-grown diamond, right, held its value and they were aligned with natural diamonds, it would be great. But they're just not. And also, one thing I read yesterday, I was speaking to a gentleman yesterday, and he was saying, I had a client bring a lab-grown diamond, he's a jeweller, and he said, I just got I got my saw that I utilise, and I put it on the back of the lab-grown diamond, put it up against the diamond. Now, the diamond obviously would always hold out against a saw, right? It didn't. It put a groove into the back of this lab-grown diamond. And this guy was like, I don't even think this is lab-grown. I think this is like someone's created like a CZ almost and sold it as a lab-grown diamond. So this is now what we're going to have. Anyway, I digress. What I'm getting at here today is why would you go and buy something like that when I can give you a natural
100%.
Beryl from the rooftop of the world? Now look, at £149, I know it's already a great deal. But now what we're going to do, Mel, is we're now going to move half price. We're going to go to $79.99 for this beautiful, incredible solitaire stone.
And again, you've got actually an even bigger stone in this than we had in the ring. So we're going up in size, 1.75. We've actually got just that.
And Sherilyn, look, collectors, I know you've been so patient with me today. And I know you've had to endure me for a few hours on screen here today, slightly earlier on as well. I'm not going to make you wait any longer.
Okay.
The only thing I'm going to ask to do, and this is just for fairness, just so you can all get straight in a queue.
Yep.
Luke, 1 minute clock, please, young man. Now, collectors, I'll warn you now, while that clock is ticking, I'm not stopping at $49.99 with this.
Even though we've gone up in size?
We are going up in size. We are going up, ladies and gentlemen. And actually, let me just try something. I might just bring a light over here, right? Is that in focus, Liam? It's in. Is that in focus? There he goes. He was too thinking about his knitting again. That's out of focus, Liam. Right, there we go. Either way, right? You can see how incredible this is, okay, as we bring it, okay? Now, you can also see it on Sherilyn's hand as well. Let's have a look at it on Sherilyn's hand, because that's where you're going to see the beauty of these, right? The clarity of these. Look at the clarity of these pieces.
Phenomenal, aren't they? Look at that. Again, putting 3 next to each other just to show you that every single one that you are going to get today has got that clarity, has got that amazing amount of sort of brilliance that's dancing through them as well. $79.99 now. You know that is not going to be the price. Toby has already told you that he's not even going to match the price.
That's great.
Of, I forgot you'd even put the lights down now.
It's all right. This is the best lighting I've ever had in this studio.
It's really nice.
And I'll show you the best price point you're going to find on this planet for a 100% clean Beryl. Today, guys and girls, we take this to $39.99 for the pendant, and you get a piece of one of the finest minerals, purest minerals and gemstones that this world has to offer.
Oh, Oh my word, that is absolutely outstanding. We've gone up in price, up in size, down in price that we've actually got there. So we are talking £39.99. You can see that again as we go around this. Let me just show you how perfectly it's actually been set, like the ring, to enable all that light to move through the centre as well, to dance through. Just to let you know, with the ring, one has dropped back in. We had obviously completely sold out, but sometimes somebody might have had two in the baskets or a couple of sizes, so there is one that has dropped back in. If you did miss out on that and you want to make sure that you do get that full suite.
There as well, so you can see it all together if you so wish.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it looks absolutely gorgeous, doesn't it, when you see it all together?
Sorry, Sherilyn. This is why I don't do any of the presenting part. There you go.
There it is.
No, it's trying to. He's happy. It's like a fresh daffodil, isn't it? Now, for all of you there, you get the whole suite here today. Now, what I love here is, again, so many of you joining the phone lines. Collectors, you thought that when you found that beautiful optic quartz, this is special, right? This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the cleanest Beryl I can bring to you. This is the exception to the rule. And if you want...
Oh, did your mother have it? Or was it just
Do you know what, Nadine? Very good question. She doesn't.
No, so she hasn't even got it. No, I agree with that, Bridget.
And I'll always give you the insight into that, because Gemporia will never bring them to you. And I know other channels do, but I'm going to give you that insight. I honestly think, okay, and trust me, I know if someone's going to offer me, what was that, 2 carats, it was, what did I say, £300, right? £150 a carat. Right, well, that was someone that I'm not really that well connected with, and I'm not, imagine if you dug deep, imagine if you bulk buy, you'd be at like 70 quid a carat. And this isn't SI2 G colour, this is VVS EF colour you're looking at in lab grown. It's, just so you understand, okay? And for that, if any of you want to get in contact with my supplier, you want to buy lab grown diamonds, look, I'll put you directly in touch with them. I don't care, it's nothing to do with me, I don't do synthetics, I do genuine, I want real, I want exceptional, okay? And my whole premise of my career, the whole premise of treasure, of gemstones, is that they are treasure. I love treasure, right? One of the first films I watched when I grew up was Aladdin. And I don't know if you remember this. Aladdin in his cave, there's rubies that are like the size of apples, right?
Exactly.
And that is true treasure. Recently, a boat went down just off Panama, right? Not recently. They found a boat just off Panama. Google it, okay? Yes, of course I can. Of course I can. Any gemstone, I'm pretty much... I had them... Look at the message I had earlier on today. I'll show you the message I had earlier on today, okay? This is the kind of requests I get. Luke, while I'm getting my phone ready, get me a clock on screen, young man.
What? Okay.
1 minute, please.
Right. Okay.
Now, okay? Let me show you this, okay? I can't show you that. I want to show you the page. This is what message I had earlier on Instagram.
Okay.
These are the kind of messages I get, Sherilyn.
I'm looking for Brazilian Braver, 7 to 10 carat, oval or pear, top quality, need stone in Dubai, if possible. There you go.
Have you tried to source a 7 to 10 carat Brazilian Braver tourmaline recently? Very hard. Especially when it's most likely not going to be anywhere near Dubai. It's either going to be in South America or in Asia, okay? And so, yes, for collectors out there, anything you want to get, just message into our studio. Your feedback from me, the messaging system is actually the best way of me communicating with you, because first of all, you tell me this shirt you don't like, so I don't wear this again. You tell me you love this design, so I will try and bring you that. This is the fact of the matter. There's a lot of people on the phone lines. We are not done. Mel, this is going to get ridiculous. Mel, take it under £30 to £29.99. You've got the ring, you have got the pendant, and you are paying, ladies and gentlemen, less than £60.
My goodness.
Sorry, that's £70 for the two,
that means everybody who has already got this has now got an additional £10 off. Belina, £20 off. Linda, £20 off. We've still got the earrings to come. Add them on while you can, especially with that saving, when I expected to match the price, okay, of the ring.
That's ridiculous. Sorry.
Instead, it's gone £20 lower. The ring completely sold out. We are massively over allocated on this as well. We've still got new collectors, Christine, County Down, Linda, Julie. It doesn't matter at what point you join in, you still
Janine, you can either speak to the customer service team. Janine, also, if you want, you can find me on TikTok. I'm Toby Gem Guy, I think my name is on TikTok. I'm all sorts. Or you can find me on Instagram. My name's Tobes Cavill. Well, thank you, Linda. Well, thank you very much, Linda. I bought me sage striped shirt out today, so thank you very much for the compliment. I ironed it and everything.
That's brilliant.
Will I do what, sorry? Clip on it. So we've had a... Okay, we're going to do a poll now. Okay, collectors, whoever's watching now, If you want to see a clip-on ear, if you would love to see a clip-on earrings here at Gemporia, send me yes. If clip-on earrings aren't for you, send me no. I just want to have a look. Mel's going to be able to gauge kind of the ratio of people.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can do whatever you like. If you want a bunch of tiaras, we can do that for you. Susan says, Toby, I never purchased jewellery for anywhere until I discovered Gemporia, as I could not trust what I was buying. Do you know what, Susan?
That's lovely to hear.
I don't think Gemporia has been in a stronger position ever than we are right now. Because while everyone else, like I said, is having to... Okay, Linda's in first from a no. We've had another no from Helen. I'm sorry, it's not looking good at the moment. We'll keep showing them. Mel can show you these. We've had a yes. Mel, you're going to have to keep the ratio here. I think we're at 66% no and 33% yes at the moment. Anyway, I don't even know what I was saying. I've lost my way. Shirley wasn't even listening either, so it's great. So it's a win-win.
Now I'm distracted by all of these.
I was saying something, but what I love here is look.
Oh, you were saying the best place that we are at the moment.
Yes,
in our
sorry,
position.
yes.
That was
thank you, very sorry. It's having everything going on here. We're getting a lot of notes. I'm going to summarise it and I'll put it on my social media tomorrow with the answer to this question.
Okay.
But I think Gemporia is in one of the strongest positions it's ever been in. The reason is this, Sherilyn. As we know, it's a fact that appreciation in gem prices, in silver, in gold, in cutting, in setting. And it seems like we just say this for the sake of saying this across the board. Like I said, no problem, Mel, get the graphic straight in. Go and have a look at India's GDP. India just put a minimum wage, okay, I'm not sure exactly what it is, I can't remember off the top of my head, their GDP has tripled, or something like that. Because now they have full stability across the world.
Yeah.
Vietnam right now, have you seen Vietnam's GDP? Vietnam is growing at, if I was going to move somewhere in the world today, I'm moving to Vietnam. Vietnam, first of all, is not only the country that's first of all fought off America and China and just being cool, it's got one of the fastest GDP growth on the planet. I called a friend of mine in Thailand last week. He's a gem dealer in Bangkok. He said he was in Vietnam. I was like, what are you doing in Vietnam? He's like, I've got to check this place out.
Yeah.
Because of the growth that we are seeing there.
Right.
And it's this worldwide growth we're seeing right now that is kind of the propensity of it is just pushing prices up. Now look, collectors, I have now got, Sherilyn and I have got 12 minutes to bring you some earrings.
Yeah.
So do you know what, Mel? First price? Open these at $49.99.
Wow, straight in, okay.
Start away. Straight
Amazing.
away. Mel, we're not messing around here, young lady.
We've not got that long left on the show, so we are straight in at $49.99. Look at that, you are getting two perfect matching stones that we can see there. Each one has that clarity, it has that ice white nature, that fire, that brilliance that's coming through. Matching the best of the best in terms of diamonds and look, but the difference is we can't even normally get this. And I have not heard in the sort of 10 years I've been here of us moving a show that is planned for the birthday.
Yep.
This many months earlier, because we know the birthday is fully planned. It's done. It's ready. Okay, all of the shows are there. You've gone, I'm not waiting. It's arrived in the building. I'm bringing it here.
It's a little bit selfish of me, Sherilyn, but do you know what? This is why I get. There's not another guy bringing you this. There's not another person in this building.
But we do know that when it comes to the birthday, we're not having this now.
Of course.
So this is your time this year to get it.
Yeah, get your candles out and your party hats, ladies and gentlemen, because it's not getting any better than what we're seeing. Liam, that includes you. Luke. 1 minute clock, please, young man.
Okay.
And when this clock strikes 10 to 11, we're going to have the best value for money you can find. Look at that movement, ladies and gents. These are absolutely incredible.
Have a look at them in the ear as well. I've been wearing them all show. They are very, very comfortable to wear, and they're just dazzling. I mean, they're the perfect size in terms of that gorgeous, brilliant brown that, of course, you can see on these. But also, you just know that hair up, hair down, everything like that is going to be just fantastic. And I think with the size of them as well, they really are, aren't they? Just beautiful. Yvonne's going for 2 pairs. Ian's going for 2 pairs there as well. I'd buy them for friends. I'd buy them for family. Be thinking ahead now for Christmas, you know, birthdays.
Sherilyn, I'm going to treat everyone at home today like one of my... I'm going to be Santa Claus.
Go on,
We're going into role play. I'm becoming Santa right now, and you're all going to be someone I give a gift to this year.
Yeah.
I'm going to take every pound, every penny, and you guys know here at Gemporia we work on tiny margins anyway. I haven't got the 90% margin to be able to fluctuate and work with, or 100% margin like a lot of jewellers do. I haven't even got 20% margin, 10% margin to work with. Check this out. Every pound and penny taken out of this, Mel, £26.99 for a pair of Himalayan Beryl earrings, and they're the last that I can offer you, ladies and gents. Good luck, and I've never meant it so much.
No, exactly. There's 69 pairs left, that is all. We've got over 200 people with this in their baskets. Alison has said, I bought a gorgeous Himalayan Beryl ring in gold from you in January 24.
Wow.
It's such a beauty and absolutely my favourite purchase from last year.
Oh, and that's my Alison. Alison, sending our love too. We get to see Alison in Tucson every so often
lovely.
when she's there.
Okay.
We didn't see Alison last year. She was busy. The year before we had some nice Mexican food. Alison, again, is an incredible, she's got one of the most phenomenal Tanzanite collections.
Yeah.
But also, Alison, that is a massive compliment. Thank you very much for that. When it comes to purity, if I had my own way, Alison, and I could get more of this and like get enough of this, like the amount of zircon we could have found back in the day, I'd just create a Himalayan business. I'd just have a Himalayan Beryl business.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what Alison just said there? Is the piece that she has, which was her favourite piece of last year, it was in gold. I was surprised when I saw these that they were not in gold, because it's the quality that we always see in gold. If it had have been, you would be adding, I'm imagining, moving them nines up, you know, and putting another 9 on here. You would not be looking, you'd be going, yeah, 269, okay, that'd be a great price. The difference that you're getting, reset it into gold if you want to, it's your choice, but you're getting a stone that, in my opinion, should not be in silver.
Look, Sherilyn, sometimes I'm a man of few people, sometimes I'm a man of many people.
Yeah.
And it depends on whether I'm bringing you an 18-karat gold one-off piece, whether I'm bringing you a 14-karat gold piece with 10 in, or a 9-karat gold piece with 30 in. What I wanted to do here today, let's be very clear, okay? Just stay there, don't go anywhere, okay? As a jeweler, as a gemstone dealer, when I see these, okay, and I'm looking at these, and I look at the quality of these, and when I realise these Himalayan Beryls, no one's setting these into silver. Like, look at that, by the way, look at that secondary blue there. Like, look at that. It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? Incredible. But no one's setting these into silver. These got to be in white gold. And look at that detailing as well. That way that we've set this, that prong work is just exceptional. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of you on the phone lines. I'll move this back over to Sherilyn so she can hold these for you guys. But as you can see, there are a lot of people on the phone lines here today.
Yeah, exactly. There is way more of you within your baskets than we have availability. There's the last couple of chances if you would like to, of course, get... if, of course, you would like to get the opportunity and the chance to get the pendant, we've got a few left. All of the rings have gone now, but look at that there, just the way that is dazzling, the amount of light, of course, that is just moving through that as well. Gorgeous size that we've got, but there is only 29 chances left. And we've gone down for both of those at $26.99, which is phenomenal. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Judith 2, Yvonne 2, Ian 2, 2 for Christina there as well. Very exciting, isn't it, to be able to jump in and get
I'll tell you what we'll do, just quickly, Sherilyn. I can see a lot of new people joining the phone lines, new collectors, new customers. Thank you very much for coming and joining Sherilyn and I on this, is it Tuesday? On this lovely Tuesday evening. What I want to do, new collectors, just because I know an old collector, I know you're going to go home. Oh, well done, Susan.
Oh,
well done, Suze. I know you're all about to go right now on your chairs. Right, but I would like to show our new collectors how to use the webinar. Okay, these are new family members that are all joining our team here, and so I think it's nice that they understand how they can potentially save time and effort by buying through our webinar app. Luke, can you do me a favour? Not too long, just a quick webinar promo if that'd be okay. Collectors, don't go anywhere. Sherilyn and I will be right back after this just to talk to you about the remaining part of this show over the next 5 minutes. In the meantime, new collectors, welcome to Gemporia, and let me show you how you can utilise our amazing web and application.
Download or update the Gemporia Jewellery Auctions app today on your smartphone or tablet. All 4 Gemporia apps have been combined into one incredible Gemporia experience. You can watch live auctions on Gemporia and Gem Collector, as well as browse recently played items and pre-orders. You can also now keep track of your personal collection within the app with the ability to see authenticity cards and record reviews about the Gemporia jewellery you own. Finally, check your ring size from within the app so you're always sure which size to order for your next Gemporia purchase. All this and much more in the Gemporia Jewellery Auctions app, available on iPhone, iPad and Android devices.
Now you can see there, obviously, the amount of people on those first three columns that the first three columns that have confirmed. That fourth column is the people that haven't yet managed to get this either, so they've got to be coming across, of course, with that as well. There's only 12 left. Yeah, and if you've managed to get, that is the other thing I would say, managed to get the whole suite, just look at what you actually have here. It is just spectacular in terms of what we can see on each of these that, of course, you've managed to get. The ring, we have none left. In terms of the pendant, we've got a very limited amount available on that we have. And then we've got the final, 12 chances on the earrings.
So what's crazy here, Sherilyn, is you have got yourself 4 incredible pieces, 4 incredible opportunities. This at £26.99. We did that amazing ring under £50 for you guys. We did the pendant under £30 for you guys. And if my maths is quick enough, that's, ladies and gentlemen, going to leave you with £96.99 for the 3 pieces that you are getting here today. This is unfounded. So you're paying £56.99 for the pendant and the earrings, and you're paying £49.99 for that solitaire ring. Congratulations. I absolutely and utterly love the fact, Sherilyn. Oh, sorry, it's £106, excuse me.
How good is that? I mean, to have got all 3 of them. When as well, you've obviously said about the fact that Cherry has this as her engagement ring. There you go, Tracy's got the full suite. Well done to you, Tracy.
Well, congratulations,
it's
Tracy.
It's spectacular.
And thank you to all of you. I mean, I'm sorry sometimes, you know, the hard thing is sometimes as well is that I know some of you guys don't stay with us until 10 p.m. And I know a lot of you do stay with us until 10 p.m. because a lot of you don't watch in the mornings or whatever it may be. And so sometimes it's really hard, Sherilyn, and I know for a fact when I wake up tomorrow on my Instagram, I'm going to have people saying, how come this wasn't promoted, or how come you didn't tell me about this? And I apologise in advance, but most importantly, I mean, Sherilyn, to see that many people on the phone lines at 10 o'clock at night, at 11 o'clock at night, tells you everything you need to know about this gemstone.
Without a doubt. So we've got Claire, Eileen, New Collectors, Julie, Cornwall, Tynan Weir, Newport Talbot, Julie, Karen, Linda, Chris, Surrey, Angela, Jennifer. You haven't got it yet. We have got 6 chances left. That is where we are. 6 final chances to be able to come in and get that, and we're at £26.99 if you do want to get it, which is absolutely fabulous. A wonderful opportunity today on all of them. Look back at the pendant, make sure you're checking out on that as well. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely super.
Thank you, Sherilyn.
Thank
you for coming and joining me.
Yeah,
I don't get to see you enough these days.
No, we get a little bit of you walking past us sometimes upstairs and craft,
you do,
and we get to say a little hello like that.
Yeah,
we're on different floors, you see, so we don't we don't cross too often. I do work upstairs in a sauna. We have to all have fans. It's very hot. They get aircon. We do not.
Well, you say that as if it's a choice, as if like we all had a we all fought it out and we got the better deal.
There. We were all downstairs.
There's only one problem with having a tin roof in the summer, and that's exactly it.
It's nice in the winter because we're all lovely and cool. So
it
swings and roundabouts.
But you know what? Apart from the lights in the studio and our tin roof, we're all fabulous here. Who cares? We've got beautiful gemstones to bring to you guys.
We have a lovely time. Thank you for having me as well. It's been absolutely lovely to jump across and see you. Have a little look back, of course, as well at everything that's on the website, because we had those 2 amazing hours of primal as well. So there was loads of deals included in that as well. We also brought those gorgeous designs, of course, in the rings, the stackers, and also the opportunities to get them earrings a little bit earlier. So if you want to use that one-off post and packaging, which I would, then take advantage. Are you back tomorrow or another day?
I am not. I'm not with you tomorrow. I am back with you on Thursday.
Lovely.
So come and join me on Thursday. I'll see you next Friday, Saturday.
Oh. A Sunday.
Sunday. See you Sunday.
There we go.
Sorry.
I'll see you then. Take care. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.